live. We are going live to viewers from around the world. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Nice to have you with us. It's your pal. I'm actually your friend, believe it or not, Uncle Bruce. Trying to tell you what I think is going on out here and what's happening right now. I heard something interesting last night that I wanted to share with you. I was watching some kind of an interview. It was something more like an Instagram kind of a short thing. You know, this last a minute or less, and it had to do with an individual who happened to be at a dinner last week and didn't mention a name, but said that I was at dinner in California last week with a friend of mine, and one of the people at the dinner happened to be what was said a member of Silicon Valley royalty. Who that is, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of royalty in Silicon Valley, really. Anyway, experienced, been around a while. And one of the people at the dinner table asked a question. They were talking about AI, and one of the questions was, where is AI now compared to where we were with the internet in 1993? And that caught my ear, that 1993 year, because that is the year that in my house, Jennifer and I sprang to buy a computer. We bought our first desktop computer, and we happened to have living with us at that time a young gentleman who is very near and dear to both of us, a nephew living with us who at the time, I think he was something about, how old would he have been? He would have been about 19, 20. And he was into his college studies. And he was into going to college to basically become an IT guy. And he has become a very successful IT individual. And he's married now with kids. And oh my God, he's now 50-something. And Jen and I feel really old. But he was into computers. And when Uncle Bruce said, we're thinking of getting a computer, he said, oh, well, I'm your guy. I'm going to help you find your computer because I know everything about computers. And he was the kind of guy that can take them apart and put them together, physically put them together, and then work the software. IT guy. So we went shopping. And that was 1993, and we went and got ourselves a computer at that time, cutting edge. $3,200 was the cost of this thing, and it served us well. We used that computer for about 10 years, and we upgraded it with new software and new Windows. It had Windows in it, all those. It was a PC, but it introduced me to the world of computers. And in 1993, the internet in 1993 was nothing like we have now, but it was coming on. And of course, you all know how far the internet has gone in this is 38 years. Can you believe that? 1993 to 2025 is 33 years. I can't do the math anymore. It's been so long. Yeah, 33 years. That's right. He's over 50. That's right. Okay, so this gentleman at dinner was asked, comparing the internet to 1993, where it was then, to what internet is today, where is AI if you want to compare it? And he said, AI right now is at 1996. And there is a snapshot for you. Click about where we are in the world right now regarding the future, Marty, the future, as to what we're about to witness happen with AI. And I'm contending that what is going to happen to you, my viewers who are option writers, Boy, it's good times coming to you. There are good times coming your way with AI. Do not fear AI when it comes to option writing. Embrace it. You're going to be offered continually, as it's already started and it will continue on, you're going to be offered the opportunity to subscribe to whichever brokerage firm you want to use. And there are dozens, depending on where you live. Of course, if you're in America, in Canada, Britain, Germany, wherever you are, you have choices. Some of you have many, some of you have few. But what's going to happen here is you're going to eventually see very shortly, a year or 2 or 3 from now, various tiers of membership that you can join for your brokerage firm, your online broker. And you're going to be able to become a platinum type of a member, a gold level member, a silver, a bronze, or free. You can have an account with a brokerage firm for nothing with certain costs and benefits, or you can move up to 1 or 2 or 3 different levels, let's just suppose. And I can see where AI intelligent software will be offered to you at the highest level, which will run you 25 to 100 a month, depending on the firm, and it depends on your account size. The larger your account size, the cheaper you will pay. This is a volume, money-based business. It's nothing personal. It's business. If you've got over 100 grand in your account, or you've got over $1 million, or whatever that threshold is, it might be free. On the other hand, it might be 25 a month, no matter how big or small you are. I don't know yet. But what I'm forecasting will happen is you option writers are going to have a field day with the amount of software available to you directly through the brokerage firms you're using, or you're going to be able to acquire a license in software, AI generated software, to help you write option strategies. And it's going to analyze stuff you can't believe in real time at speeds that will blow your mind. And you're going to look back at 2025, 2024, or back to 2021, when we began this journey together, when I began to throw at you the idea that you could be an option writer and make money from stocks you're sitting on. When I convinced a handful of you to begin that journey, and it just steamrolled to where we are now, you're going to look back at these last 4 years and go, my God, Bruce, I can't believe that I even made money in the option market, knowing what I knew and dealing with what I was dealing with. The good news is this: because you've taken classes from me, and you put some dough out there to take some classes from me, and you've decided that you've tolerated this little thing down here, you figured out very early on that no matter where we are in the journey, if you are smarter than the competition against you on how these work, these options exist in the first place, if you have a better handle on what options are and how they function, you're going to be smarter than the person buying the contract from you. And if you know more than the market in general, you just increased your odds of winning this game dramatically. That's all it is. It's just knowledge, timing, the ability to figure out timing, the ability to understand market moves, resistance, support, all this stuff. That's all it is. And so my classes, I hope, I'm pretty sure, 18 of them now have helped and assisted many of you to look at the market in a whole different world, and to say to yourself, Bruce, I can't believe it. I can't believe when I write contracts how much I get for them. I know for a fact that when I sell contracts that expire in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, these suckers are worth nothing. They have no value whatsoever. I know for a fact I'm going to make money on this trade, because I cannot believe that I'm getting a 6% return on my money in a week, or 12% over 2 weeks for contracts that have no business trading where they're trading at. I'm telling you, man, they're not worth anything. They're out of the money contracts. And I know for a fact that the minute I got paid to sell that contract or to create that call credit spread or the put credit spread or the cash secured put. The minute I put that together, I went, oh my God, this is, I can't believe this is legal. It's because your timing was right. It's because your knowledge had lifted yourself to a point where you're just smarter than most of the other players out there, because so many, it's unfortunate, but so many people out there are trying to make money in the options market and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what expiry actually means. They don't know what happens to contracts when they're out of the money until it's too late. They don't realize that their $2 premium they just paid to buy a contract is all a time premium. There is no value to that contract. It was a time premium, and they think they have 2 weeks to go, but they don't realize that in some cases they're buying a contract that happens to include a holiday Monday in it. Week out, 2 weeks out. They don't have 2 weeks. They have 8 trading sessions of time left, and every day that goes by, that they're losing 12.5% of their time, because 8 sessions divided into 0 into 100, that's 12.5% a day. It's incredible how much money is available to option writers is shocking to option writers. It really is. And I can tell you, there are professional option writers around the world who say this to themselves all the time, and they've been doing this for 20 years. They've been writing options forever, and they still can't believe how much money they're getting for contracts. They talk about it in the bar, or they talk about it on chat groups, or they talk about it with their wives and their partners after their shift is over, or their coworkers. They can you believe how much we got for those contracts? To this very day, it happens all the time. You have to have better knowledge of the market than your competitor. You want to be a winner in this business, you better get your hands on some knowledge. And so if my lessons help you in any way, I'm a happy guy. And if you take advantage of buy 4 for the price of 3, hey, knock yourself out. $600 US gets you 4 classes. And you want to buy 8 or 12 or 16, knock yourself out. Just it's $150 a class. Knock yourself out. You can send me an email and just say, Uncle Bruce, I'm interested in 12 of your classes. These are the class numbers I would like. You're going to make a donation to the PayPal account there. The link is down below, by the way. It's all there. Or just send me an email. I'll send you the details of the link, and we'll set you up. Welcome to the writing party, pal. It's a whole different world. I'm asking a question today also that I would love an answer to. If you please would not mind helping me out. I'm asking a question today that has already 109 answers to it. And it's basically a simple question. Tell me how old you are. If you're an option writer, how old are you? I just want to know, how old are you? And the question is, I'm under 30 years old. I write stock options and I'm under 30. I'm between 30 and 40. I'm between 40 and 60, and I'm over 60 years of age. So far, 112 votes, 112 answers. Under 30 years old, only 7% of my audience is under 30 so far, or now it's 8% that write stock options. This is absolutely fascinating. 30 to 40 years old, the years where, if you're 30 years old, you are likely, you're certainly out of high school, you're out of college, most likely out of college. You're probably now licensed in your field, or certainly well on your way. If you're an apprentice going for your ticket in certain trades, you're probably there or almost there. And if you're up to 40, obviously you're already 5 to 10 years into your career, whatever that career was. There are 17% of my responders are saying I'm 30 to 40. So you take my first 2 age brackets, under 30 to under 40, basically 40 and under, 25% of this audience is 40 and younger. 40 and younger, in my humble opinion, people who are watching me that are that young are people who are saying to themselves, I have enough energy to want to do something above and beyond my career, or I've entered the workforce and it's just not working out for me, or I can't seem to land a job that pays me a decent amount of money or the upside. I'm just not able to find it. I have the ability to trade. I have an account with 20 grand in it, 50 grand in it that I've saved up. But I found your channel, Uncle Bruce, and I'm learning how to write options, and you are slowly convincing me, trade by trade by trade by trade. Every time I win another one of these option rights, you are convincing me that this is where I should stay. So this is the lane I found. It's the lane I should stay in. I can go down the highway a long way here with this program. For some of you, 40 and under, the objective of being here is as simple as trying to quit your day job. You're just trying to be a self-employed option writer from your house, and or you want to be a full-time option writer and you want to change your life absolutely completely. You have not had kids yet, you're not married yet maybe, or there's two of you who want to see the world a little bit more. You've got 20, 30, $40,000 put together and you're trying to build this capital to generate revenue, to do a gig that is portable. Maybe you've found a job that you can do remotely and you're going after one of those nomad visas, or you're going to become what we call a slow traveler, and you're going to spend 2 months in Thailand, you're going to spend 2 months in Indonesia, you want to spend a couple of months in Australia, and you want to travel the world segment by segment, but not 1 week here, 3 days here, 3 days here. You're going to do it over time, and you want to generate revenue while you're on the road through remote work, and you're using options to additionally supplement your income. That could be describing the first two age groups right here. Yeah, I mean, it runs the gamut. There's no doubt. But look at the next category here. 127 people have voted. Between 40 and 60-year-olds, I have 54% of this channel. Look at that. That says everything to me about who is watching this channel. 40 to 60-year-olds. That means parents with kids. It means empty nesters. It's going right through the child phase to out of the child phase. Veterans who have been working for 15 to 25, 30 years now. If you're 45 years old, you've probably been working since your late 20s. 60-year-old, you're obviously a 30, 35-year employee or various jobs through all those years. And you are in a position where you're looking at me saying, buddy, you show me the way that I can change my life, because buddy, I have been pounding away here at this cubicle, at this job, at this career. I've had 10 jobs. I can't nail a job down. I can't hold a job that I like. I'm still searching all my life for what I really want to believe in. I've been let down by business partners. I've been screwed by people. I blew it. I made huge mistakes in my life. I'm divorced. I'm remarried. It runs the gamut. We're talking about people up to 60 years old that have a track record. And there are people here saying to me, you, sir, are the ticket that could be the ticket for me to live a retirement of dignity. Because what I'm sitting on right now, Bruce, is pure crap. I've got a 401k that is $80,000. That should be $800,000. I'm a renter. I don't even have a house, or I can't possibly get a house, or I went bankrupt. I had medical issues. My family's had medical issues. I got divorced. But whatever the story, got wiped out. And I started from scratch 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Or my wife and I are just struggling with these kids, and we've not been able to build anything. And now you show up. And my God, I cannot believe that I can do call credit spreads on NVIDIA. I can do call credit spreads on Apple. I can do call credit spreads on SPYs, which I didn't even know what those were. I didn't know what a call option was. I had no idea that you could do this kind of stuff with as little of capital as we have. And you are showing us and helping us already make a couple of thousand a month on the side which has changed everything around here. We used to be the paycheck to paycheck family, and all of a sudden, there's this extra $2,000 a month coming into our hands through these option rights, and we're using 1,000 of it towards bills that we've been behind on a while, and we've caught up on our bills. The other 1,000 we're leaving in there to kind of grow it, and looks like we're going to be at 2,500 to 3,000 a month income later this year. And we know this isn't going to stop, because now we know you're right. You are absolutely correct when you say the more we learn, the better option writers will become. And Uncle Bruce, a year from now, we are both convinced, my partner and I are absolutely sure that one of us will not be working anymore in a day job remotely from this house. We are only going to work from the house. We're not going to leave the house to go to work. We're going to only work from the house, if at all. And really, the option income coming in is just going to replace jobs around here. And there's no limit to how much we can generate, though, of course, because we see that to write 5 credit spreads and make a profit of $400 versus writing a 10 and making a profit of $800. I mean, it's just a matter of how many can you write, and it's the same dang thing. Just it's quantity, and we're going to build the quantity of contracts. 40 to 60-year-olds. Some of you are 58, 59, and you were looking at retirement as a pipe dream. Let's rephrase this. You were looking at retirement and realizing 65, you were dreaming up your ass that you were going to be able to retire at age 65. There was no way in hell you were going to do it, because you didn't have enough dough coming in. Your Social Security isn't going to be enough. All of a sudden now, 58 years of age, you found me a couple of years ago, you're writing options and you're bringing in 5, 7, 8, 10,000 a month, and you're going, Uncle Bruce, buddy, oh man, have you changed everything around this house? There is nothing the same anymore. In 2 years, you have completely changed all of our outlooks in here. I know for a fact that this is my last year working. I will not be working past age 60. I don't need to. It's become apparent here that I'm making more money from option writing than I can at work. And if I do go to work, I lose the ability to make money writing options. And I will not give that up, because I can't afford to work anymore for my employer. They are too demanding for my time, and I can't keep an eye on my stocks. I'm not interested. 40 to 60-year-olds are dominating this channel. Look at the over 60-year-old crowd, however. This is also shocking to me. Wonderfully shocking. 139 votes are in now. 22% of you are 60 and older. Holy crap, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. Those of you under 40 don't get it. You're going to have a tough time comprehending how big this really is. I'm just saying that 60 and older, you're in a different mindset than of everyone here. You've already done your job. You worked your asses off. You raised those damn kids. They might still be living in your basement for all we know. I know. You're probably still assisting them to a degree. I know. I'm 69 years old. I'm going to be 70 this year. I'm with you. I'm in that camp. 22% of you are 60 and older. You have found this channel. You've been here a little while. You've been taking my classes. You've had one-on-ones with me. Some of you are brand new. You're absolute newbies, and you are quickly figuring out, my God, Uncle Bruce, I'm sitting on a $200,000 retirement account that was $150,000 10 years ago. It's now $200,000. It didn't go up to $500,000. I've got equity in my house. I got a rusty truck in the driveway or whatever. We're just a basket case. And you come along and show us how we could write contracts on stock we've got and we've had forever. That's number one. And number two, now you're showing us cash secured put writing. You're talking about companies like SoFi. You're talking about the GameStop story. You're talking about Rocket Lab and others. And we're now writing cash secured puts and credit spreads. And oh my God, Uncle Bruce, my RRSP, my 401k, my Roth IRA, whatever I'm self-managing, is growing by 50 to 100% a year now. You've taken it. It was around 200,000 when I started. It's now at 330, and in the next 2 years, it's going to be over 500,000. It's going to hit a level where I can look at that damn thing and go, even if I can bring in 5% interest on $500,000, that is 25,000 a year in interest, which is 2,000 a month on top of my Social Security. There is a hope for me to be a middle class Canadian, American, whatever, just there. That right there is the first step of street cred for us. But my wife and I now realize that, oh my God, this isn't where we're headed. We're headed beyond that. And some of you who found me 2-3 years ago did have 200,000-300,000 and now have 600,000-700,000. And you're in a boat where you're going, my God, we're going to bring in 35,000 in interest at 5% a year. That's 3,000 a month. My goodness, we're still moving up the ranks, but we're not going to just do that. We're going to keep writing options because we're happy taking 10% a month off the street here. You give me 10% a month on $600,000, and that's what we're going to take. We're taking 60 a month out of here. Damn right we are. It's payback time. I put into the economy, I put into the job, I put into my retirement fund, and I got crap back except to survive day to day. And I don't rely on anyone anymore for my future. I rely on myself. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for showing us the way. And man, do I love being part of this family. And that's what's happening here. My God, look at that. 9% under 30, 19% 30 to 40-year-olds, 51% of you are 40 to 60, and 22% over 60. Look at the top two. 73% are 40 and older on this channel. Only 28% are 40 and younger. What does that tell you about option writing? Option gamblers are under 30 and under 40, big time. Option gamblers are the very young among us. The older you get, the more you want to be an option writer. You want to be the casino, and you understand the reality of life, and that is, you want to be better than the other guy, you better know more. Knowledge is power. And cash is king right now in this market. And there are people here going, Uncle Bruce, your classes for $200 each and now on sale for $150 changed everything in this house. My kids graduated from school 5 years ago, college in the US, Canada. They've got student loans up to their necks. And the knowledge they gained from that education it barely makes them any money, because in the world they're in, they had to have a college degree to get the job they got, but the job they got pays $60,000 a year. It's junk. They're not making $200,000 a year because they're college graduates. They're getting barely double minimum wage or minimum wage plus 20%. They're getting jack squat, and they're being asked to work really long and hard hours. They're not getting anything for all that money they put up. They're in the hole, 150 grand, 250,000. And the interest on their student loans, they can barely make those damn payments. It's garbage. It's a complete lie as to what has happened to them. I, Uncle Bruce, at 65 years old, I'm taking your classes religiously. I'm watching 1 a week, 2 a week. I'm here every day. I'm becoming a better option writer, and I won't be $300,000 in debt when I finish your 18 classes. This tuition you are charging me so much per class when you're ready to take it. I mean, my God, I can go as fast as I want, as slow as I want. But by the time I finish your 18th class, I will have hauled in 20 grand in premiums. I'm never in the hole with your class. I'm earning while I'm learning this gig, and I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. And hopefully, I've got years and years and years and years left to go. I am frantically trying to teach my children how to do this. I'm trying to get my husband or my wife to sit down with me so I can show them how this works. Because God forbid, if I slip and fall and break my hip and I'm laid up for a while, they can trade the contracts while I'm doing this. My God, have you changed the world here? I'm happy to help any way I can. I'm just so hopeful that you guys will be paid what you're due. Stuart, thank you for the first thumbs up of the day. Richard, as always, thank you. There's the posting I made today. I don't know how more plain I can make this. You want to make money in the market? You better be an option writer. You want to find the hot stock that of all time? Go somewhere else, because I'm not that guy. Buy 4 for the price of 3 and step up and learn something. Do something with your economic life and make it pay. If you don't even take a class or two, then you can't help yourself. I can't help you either. Deep Value, I am number 3. Splairs here. Stock Jockey, Eddie Martin. Sharon is in the house. RB, Mark Downs. Jeff is in the house also at number 16. Let's make some cash. Andre Delatorre's here. Aurora, Austin, Juan, Hector, the man, Double D. Welcome all of you, especially Gold Bagel members. Welcome. Chilling with Uncle Bruce members, welcome. Subscribers, welcome. Become a subscriber today of this channel. Click that goddamn subscribe button, please, and hit the thumbs up button for me. Charlie, welcome. Faber Day, Stock Jockey, Cutting Edge, RB, the man. Gosh darn it. It gave me 2026 GameStop options chain. I have been patient enough. Crazy 49er. I still remember my first 1 gigabyte hard drive that said to myself, I'll never fill this up. Then enters Napster. Oh my God. Aurora, I remember Commodore 64. Bobby Joe is here. Cutting Edge, I have a 4250 cash secured put on AI for Jan 16. I don't know what year that is. 2020. I don't know what's going on. 26. Giddy up, Ray. I already use ChatGPT AI heavily when considering any options. The future is already here, dude. It's true, Ray. I don't do that, but AI is a great assistant already. Gustav, I'm all JD. Oh, yeah. How about punch cards? Stock Jockey, Giddy Up. RB, what if the rumor catches on and everybody ends up selling options and not buying? It'll never happen. Never happen. That options market is expanding at a rate that is unbelievable. It's just going out. The third world has not yet found options, but will. And so many of you don't believe me when I tell you this. Reality of the situation is simply this. Option writing used to be the world only reserved for institutional traders for the most part. The only way you could have bought and sold an IBM call option was you needed to find a stockbroker that had an options license. And if you went to a typical Merrill Lynch office in 1979, you went to, this is when I started, you went to, E.F. Hutton and J.P. Morgan offices and stuff. About 1/4 of the brokers would have had an options license. 3/4 would not have had it. By the mid-'80s, it was mandatory that all firms made their brokers get all the licenses. But in the early days, nobody had it. So it was strictly done at the trading desk level, where the desk traders had all the licenses, and these were house accounts. There was no way to get into this game. Then the business began to open up, where more retail investors were sought after for more liquidity, because you can't have liquidity without gamblers, and without gamblers you can't have liquidity. And so the brokerage firms bandied together, those who owned the exchanges, especially the Chicago Board of Trade, and they put specialists on the floor in the trading pit for all the companies' options that were out there. Certainly the Dow 30 had options, or most of the Dow 30 had options. And there was a GM guy, there was an IBM specialist, there was a US Steel, there was a Alcoa, there was a Eastman Kodak option specialist. The Dow 30 from the 1990s. There were specialists for the stock and for the options. Stock in New York, options in Chicago. And they came out with, instead of the options expiring every third month, they now expired the third Friday of every month instead of the third Friday every quarter. and then every week. And options specialists made a market on all the contracts. And you only had contracts go out 1 year, max 1 year. So at one time, there were 4 contracts for Eastman Kodak that expired. Then there were 12 contracts, dates of contract, the date, monthlies, and then the prices. And these specialists were pretty busy guys manually handling these trades. Then it went computerized in the 80s. And we, of course, went into weeklies shortly after that. Here we are. The business is expanding at incredible rates. And what's happening now with this little invention is that everyone can do their own options anytime they want, from wherever they want, and you don't have to talk to a single human being to do it. This has changed everything. And now this device is going global, because at one time, 10 years ago, only Americans and Canadians and G7 people had these. Now you can find this everywhere on the planet. And now what's going to happen is there will be gamblers in Pakistan, in Kenya, in Ethiopia, in Sudan, in Yemen, in Oman, in Iran, in Myanmar, in Venezuela. There will be people buying and selling options around the world, maybe 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time, depending on the value of the contract. They're coming in by the millions because they are more desperate than you are. And this is what you got to keep in mind. Keep this in your head. The world is more desperate than you are if you live in a G7 country. Because the reality is, where you live, you can get in your car. What? A car? Or you have mass transit available that you can go to a grocery store and you can buy anything you want to eat from all kinds of cultures 7 days a week. In the third world, there aren't grocery stores like that. There certainly aren't the options available to shop wherever you want, any way you want. Yes, the Amazon world is coming to the world near you, but that's still 10 and 20 years out. The reality is, a lot of folks in the world behind us, the second world, the second world and the third world, we're in the first world. They are much more desperate than we are, but they are being given these. And they can open up electronic banking now. And they can now open brokerage accounts now. And it won't be every single desperate 8 billion people in the world trying to buy options. Trust me, that's not going to happen. But there will be millions of new players coming into this business. The top 10 percenters of the second and third world and their friends and relatives will be in the options market by the millions. Because there are many more of them than us. And they're coming in and they don't know anything about the options market. They're going to learn like sponges. They're going to try to grab up as much as they can, but they don't have the capital to be writers as much as they can be gamblers. And of course, the human nature is, if you can be a gambler and take $500 and turn it into $5,000, you've just hit the jackpot. I mean, you're in a third world country, then you have 5,000 US dollars in your brokerage account. You're rich. You get $5,000 in downtown Manhattan, go and get a cup of coffee and get back to work. You got jack squat. You can't even afford a month's rent. It's a totally different world. And I'm telling you that of the millions and millions and millions and millions of newbies coming into the options market and the stock market, there are going to be trillions more available to turn over. And where there's room for you is endless. And really, let's get to the quick. What if everybody gets in on it? RB, how old are you? RB, are you 50 years old? How long are you here for? How long am I here for before you and I become drooling people in a wheelchair at the end of the hallway of a senior center? I mean, come on. What do we got? 10, 20 years? What I'm talking about is the next 50 years. This is huge. Susan Shops, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I read an article, says the man, estimating that the reciprocal tariffs will bring in about $600 billion in revenue unless countries remove their tariffs, so U.S. won't tariff them. It's going to be crazy. Andre Delatorre, cutting edge. I also have the same problem. Andre, AI Gen 26 4250s. Chillax. Just relax. It's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. PFE is cheap. Been writing puts on PFE, hoping to get the stock. Tim, 23 years old, baby. Dude, sir, I'm writing options. Leonard, along for the ride. The man, I really only want enough capital to make 500 a month or so I can take out 250 and still compound and pay taxes. Stock jockey. Tiger Woods is going to play the Masters next week. I don't know how. Susan, special thanks to you, Dude, Face, Alex, Charlie, on call spread ideas from this morning's show. I can write cash kid puts easily, just can't wrap my head around going the other direction for some reason. Jared, good morning from sunny Cincinnati. Welcome. Mars, Carlisle, Uncle Bruce, do you have any comments on Robinhood's entry into banking and its effect on SoFi? I talked about this a couple of days ago ad nauseum. It's a nothing burger against SoFi, an absolute nothing burger. It won't matter at all. The business that SoFi is going after is trillions and trillions and trillions in size. Robinhood is going after a couple of $1 billion of deposits. SoFi is right now a $15 billion company. These are becoming $1 trillion machines, and many others like them. SoFi is winning on all fronts. They're not in competition with Robinhood for the business. There are more customers than Robinhood and SoFi can possibly handle. That's how many customers there really are. And so, yeah, having 10 million members right now, 11 million members for SoFi, this is going to crush SoFi. Think again, what was that guy's name? Udall was his name. Remember Mr. Udall, Jack Nicholson in the movie As Good as It Gets? He had an expression that was a bit racist. Think white is what was his expression. Think white. SoFi is going to be a massive company, 100 times the size they are now. Robinhood will be 5, 10, 100 times larger itself in its world, SoFi in its world. The world of banking is endless and is growing at an amazing pace. So no, Mars, forget about the Robinhood story completely. It's all bullshit. It's all BS. These guys have got billions of dollars of legal liabilities that they're dealing with right now that they don't want to talk about. So they're trying to divert attention away from their Achilles heel, which is the 2021 nightmare. They're still dealing with class action lawsuits. This is another 5 years of nightmares for Robinhood. SoFi, clear sailing going forward. Okay, Charlie, you're welcome, Susan. Ray, I told my girlfriend that if I'm a millionaire by the time I have my first son, I'm going to call him Bruce, laughing out loud. Stock jockey, 60 is the new 30, Bruce. Susan, cash secured puts is more like committing to own the stock at a low price, and these calls, writing call spreads, if market stock goes against us and bounces 20%, we could get trapped and committed to buy at a high. Again, Susan, here's the best part about option writing. You figure out what works for you. You avoid what you don't want to do, and you go where you want. And that's the best part about being an option writer. You can be an option writer for call options, whether they're short-term, medium-term, long-term. You can be a cash secured put writer, short-term, medium, long-term. You can be a poor man covered call writer. You can be a call or put credit spread writer, iron condors, whatever fits your style. And that's the best part about options. It's just so wide open. Touchgrass, welcome to the party, pal. Stock jockey, you doing whatever. Pickcomb, Uncle Bruce advising tens of millions in assets. Susan, it's wonderful to be welcome to the party, just like any party we go to. Best advice is to know when to leave with money in your pockets. Blair, 4 hours before my relaxed live stream and my tooth is suddenly hurting 2 days before extraction. FML, Florida in my life. I don't know what's going on here. Rocketeer, morning, Uncle B. Every time you talk, I feel like you're describing my life, man. I'm 40. I quit my job to write options full time, and I love every minute of this. Thank you for helping guide us. Look, I tell you, I know there were years where I was slugging away, doing whatever I was doing, searching for the answer. I was searching for my answer For decades, I didn't have online trading like you have online trading available to me when I was 35 years of age or 40. Of course, I was into my world at that time in the market as a branch manager, a VP. I took a company public. I mean, I went down the highway here and here and here and here. YouTube? What was YouTube in 1993? Nothing. There was no YouTube in 1993. So, yeah, welcome to the party, pal. Rocketeer, you're in the right place at the right time. What you're doing means a lot to us. Thank you, my friend. Touch grass. Long Bruce, the man, Rocketeer, how much capital did you have before you quit your job? Robert, 89 thumbs ups for Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Good morning, all stock markers with Brucers. Thank you, Robert. Welcome, sir. John Biscuit, college degrees are so 1990s, man. Susan Shops, what your poll should tell us is us older ones have been in the market longer, lived through the 2001 tech crash, through the 2008 crash. We've seen our retirement account decimated. We saw 9/11. We saw 1987, the 22% drop in one day of the Dow Jones. We've seen it all, man. John Biscuit, option trading and OnlyFans is where it's at these days. The man, best advice my dad ever gave me, don't waste your money on college. You don't need to pay someone to learn. You just need to work hard and apply yourself, and you will learn. The man, John, yeah, I've been thinking of OnlyFans. It will just be me naked writing options. Stock Jockey, welcome to the party, pal. Jeff Splair, your dream is your own, but have you been to Florida? There is much better places in the U.S. and way better places in the world. Why Florida? When you're in whatever world you're in, the grass is always greener somewhere else. When I go to Europe with Auntie Jen, and we end up in Austria, Germany, Switzerland, I look around and go, my God, oh my God, have these people got it figured out. But I come back to Canada, and I come here, I love it here, I love Canada. But you go elsewhere, the grass is always greener. This is just the way it is. And so, you know what? Our friend Splair will travel, and I want him to travel. I want him making so much money, he can go anywhere he wants, and that's what's going to happen to him. He's going to do very, very well. Cutting Edge, the man, same here. Rice, not only am I increasing my bankroll in my 60s, but I'm learning options is keeping this oldster's mind real sharp. Better than crossword puzzles and Sudoku. There you go. Buongiorno from Andrea, welcome. Cutting Edge 2026. I'm laughing my off. William Flint, dad number 2. Welcome, William. Nice to have you here tonight. James the Mr. Tree, good morning. Lucky number 97. Andrea, buongiorno. Anybody remembers Commodore VIC 20-inch PCs? Juan, the best thing I've done is learn from Uncle Bruce how to write options and listen to his class. John Biscuit, I had a Commodore 64. John Biscuit, those were the days. Andrea, VIC 20 was before Commodore. John Biscuit, waiting 10 minutes for a game on a cassette to load. John Biscuit, I don't recall the VIC 20. Stuart, ZX Spectrum and Commodore 64, showing my age now. John Biscuit, the VIC 20 is an 8-bit home computer. Serious power. Laughing out loud, Matt. Lucky 101 is here. Good morning, everybody. We open in 10 minutes, by the way. John Biscuit, how are you doing there? Stuart, Andrea, way too much power to handle. Stuart, born in the 70s, so that makes me Gen X, I guess. Welcome, everybody. John, yes, it does. John, 6580 is Gen X. Savage of Wall Street, nice day yesterday. I bought back probably 40% of all my covered calls that I wrote. Also, I didn't want to dip too much into the 9/11 fund, so I sold covered calls on GameStop. 2 January 26 30s for 455 covered calls, and SMCI 3 January 2026 40s for 855. Took in some cash. Stuart, all my new lingo gets me laughing out loud. All this new lingo. Andrea, thanks. Now I know I'm a Gen X, laughing out loud. Stuart, Andrea, I never knew. Corinne, 105. Andrea, me neither. John Biscuit, I'm guessing Andrea's around 55. Stuart, best Gen by far. Savage of Wall Street. And I rolled lots of cash secured puts for more dough and down. A strike or two to get collateral and premium. I used covered calls and cash secured puts dollars to sell more Unity and as AI $20 cash secured puts expiring June for over $2 premium each. Thank you, gamblers. Beautiful. Andrea, not so Gen X. Mandu, I'm number 107. Good morning, everybody. Frugal City. Trump and Elon want to get rid of the senior centers too. Billionaires need those tax dollars. David R. Sunny Cincinnati. John Biscuit. Gen X were known as the latchkey generation, the last generation who had a childhood. We drank water from house pipes and were told to run off a broken leg. Rub some dirt on it. You'll be fine. Vilbus, I trust Noto. The man, SoFi needs to expand their trading platform. They can just buy Robinhood and all their customers. Mitch, Uncle Bruce, would you rather have Trump do what Trudeau did in invoking the Emergencies Act, freeze bank accounts, vehicle seizures, and insurance suspension, fines and arrests? I don't want any part of any of these guys. Roaring, Robinhoods are crooks. Puts on Robinhood. John Biscuit, Robinhood is moving too quickly. I see troubles ahead if we enter a down market. Mars Carlisle, I'm not even a paid member yet. Thank you for all this knowledge. Fantastic. The man, I would be a paid member, but I can't log on to watch the early show, and I can't watch the Wednesday shows. But my offer still stands. Once I'm making $5,000 a month, I will pay Bruce handsomely. John Biscuit, Mars, Carla, I'm not a paid member either. I'm just on here for the women and to admire Bruce's home decorating skills. I mean, after all, look at it. It's incredible. Ed Hawkins, the man, you can watch the early show and the Wednesday show at a later time on double speed. Dude, Susan Shops, what Bruce says is right. Feel out the best strategy for you. Right now, I like covered calls, cash secured puts, and credit spreads in that order. Poor man, covered calls are nice too. Bryson, number 113. Good morning, everybody. Rocket Lab news is out. There's apparently news on Rocket Lab. We'll see what that has to be, what they have to say. Rocket Lab stock right now is sitting at 17.89, up a penny at the moment. Any news on Rocket Lab? Let's take a look. 7 minutes to the opening. They've got something here. Is there something here? Days after calling the CHIPS Act a horrible thing, Donald Trump sets up a new entity for negotiating much better deals. Okay. And what else? Optimistic buy rating for Rocket Lab. Growth prospect. Citi says possible Space Force changes would be bad for Rocket Lab. Okay. I don't know. Is anything? I don't know what to make of it. It is what it is. 17.89. It looks to be moving up a little bit here, up a penny right now. The Dow is down 138 going into 6 minutes to the opening. We're down 11 on S&P. We're down 34 on Nasdaq. Gold is up 15.60 an ounce. Oil is up 15 centinos. There you have it. GameStop right now 22.77 up 45 cents. 703,000 volume at the moment. Welcome all to the program. Crazy 49er, I need to make some cash. Taxman is coming for what I owe last year. Where are these tax cuts? Rocketeer, I don't see any Rocket Lab news. Dude, look at the Mag 7, then go to the top S&P Triple Q holdings and find something you like. Premium is key. You can get 5 to 8% per month if you're doing if you're doing good. Brian, good morning. Yesterday I sold 2 NVIDIA covered calls. January 26 expiry, $120 strike for $15.40. Thank you, gamblers. Nice job. Bryson, Rocket Lab acquired Astra Space, says Bryson. Roaring Kitty pre-market seems super slow. Bryson, April Fools. There you go. Savage of Wall Street, Gen X, for as far by is the best. We are the feral children who raised ourselves because parents actually trusted our common sense. And if we didn't listen and got hurt, we kept it to ourselves and learned to listen. I'm sorry, everybody, says Bryson. I haven't had my coffee yet. I just wanted to play an April Fool's joke on all you guys. There you go, Bryson, having fun. Welcome all to the program. We're opening in 5. We're down 145 on the Dow. We're down 12 on S&P, and we're down 43 on Nasdaq. It's a fifth of a percentage point, a quarter of a point. It's a nothing burger. The market could go higher today. It did recover yesterday. I think everyone's treading water, just trying to wait until tomorrow. We're just trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen in Washington. And this is something that people who run for office promise us that they're going to leave us alone. They're going to get government out of our lives. And the opposite happens almost every damn time because these people need the attention to stay in the news so that their opponents who are going to run against them can't get any press. And we are supposedly being led down the garden path to prosperity and good times. And you go to your grocery store, you go to your favorite shops, and you go, this stuff that I want to buy, that I have to buy, is more expensive than last time. Or from a year ago, I cannot recognize prices that I'm being asked or demanded to pay. And my employer is now offering me this year a 2% raise. I got one last year for 5%. I was 4% behind inflation last year, and he's now offering me another 4% against this year's inflation rate, less than what I should be getting. Why am I working for these people? Why am I killing myself? And that's the common theme around here. Why am I working for anyone else when I can work for myself? Thank you again for these thumbs ups and answering my question of the day. It's much, much appreciated. We have people answering the question, which is, I am writing stock options, and I am either under 30 years of age, 30 to 40 years of age, 40 to 60, or over 60. And we have 208 answers now. Under 30 years of age, only 8% are option writers. And that says it all right there. And if there's one group that should be learning how to write stock options, it's the under 30-year-olds. But they have 8-second attention spans. They are programmed to watching their favorite YouTubers and whatever they love to watch on their devices, and they look at getting rich fast, just like we did when we were young. We were just as guilty as the young today. We thought for today, we thought if you're over 30 or 40, you're an old person and you don't matter anymore. Until you hit the 30 to 40 year bracket, which 19% of my viewers are, telling me they're writing options. 19% of my viewers who are responding to this are 30 to 40, and they are going, wait a minute, I was in my teens and 20s, and I remember something. I now realize something about me as a teenager and a 20-year-old. Oh yeah, I was a bloomin' idiot. That's right, I'm a moron. And 30 to 40, I'm wising up, and I now got kids, and I got responsibilities, and I need to make some money. 40 to 60, boy, are you getting smart. And did you figure something out? You figured out by the time you hit 40 to 50 how geniuses your parents were. Your parents were geniuses. How the hell they kept it together, and how the hell they kept the house running, and how they did it. Single moms, single dads, couples in trouble, couples having tough times, and yet they kept it together. 54% of 40 to 60-year-olds of this channel, 54% of you are 40 to 60, and you're writing options. You figured this out. And 60 and over, 18% of you are 60 and older, and you are making a difference in your older years here. You have learned stuff in the last 3 years that no one told you in the last 40 years of your life. No one ever told you what I've been telling you the last few years. You have learned stuff that you can't believe. You couldn't believe. Why didn't anyone tell you this stuff? Why didn't anyone talk to you about writing options when you were in your 30s? You never got told that. No, you were told to put money into your retirement account, put in $50 a week from your paycheck, make it $100 a week. We'll match it. And by the time you get to be 65, you can retire comfortably, because with Social Security and this pension plan, life's going to be great. Then the firm went under when you were in your 40s. You joined another company as a rookie, and you started at the bottom. And by the time you hit 50, they laid you off because they got rid of the older employees. Welcome to this party where you're on your own, and you have to take care of things yourself, and you're here kicking ass. And that's what it's all about. The kids under 30 don't get it. They don't understand that 60 and olders are so smart. They're so experienced. They can see through a 25-year-old like a hot knife through soft butter. Irrelevant, full of yourselves. Wake the hell up and get rid of that 8-second attention span. 60 and plus, you guys rock. Well done, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. Nice to have you here. Let's go. Happy April Fools out there. Roaring Titty. They want to take us back to the 30s. Florida is removing child labor laws. 37 Rocco, let's go. I'm number 120 on the thumbs up meter. Larry Titus, I've rung the bells. Bruce, Richard, Carlin. Neat. We're open. Cindy B, I've been a member for this with this man for 39 months. I've been here for 39 months. I'm a Gold Bagel member. I dare the rest of you to tell us how long you've been a member of this channel. How long have you been a member of my channel? And are you a Gold Bagel level? Are you a chillin' member? Are you making money? If you've been here 39 months and you're a Gold Bagel member, something tells me you're making money here. I have a feeling that people don't pay $25 a month to be a Gold Bagel member and they don't make money. I find that to be an oddity that it just doesn't exist. There are people here who are Gold Bagel members for a reason. They make money, and the $25 a month is a nothing burger to pay for the advantage of being a Gold Bagel member. I think that's what my guess is. I'd love to hear from any others of you who would like to put in your 2 bits worth of commentary. Rocco, I bought a 486 DX266 with a whopping 8 megs of RAM. Samuel, I was born in 1998, 26 years old now. Growing up in the early 2000s was a wild ride. I remember as a kid, we used to watch movies on VHS tapes, and the explosion of technology then has been just insane. Yes, from the 70s to the 2000s was insane too. My wristwatch has more computing power than the first space shuttle. What? Yeah, no kidding. We landed men on the moon in 1969. Tubes. We had tubes in our televisions. We were just beginning to offer what was known as solid state televisions, solid state radios. You know what that meant? This was huge. You walked up to your TV and you pulled on the knob to turn on your TV. You had to pull on it, and that turned it on. And because it was solid state, you had a photo, you had an image on your screen within 5 seconds. Before, you used to go to your TV and turn the knob and it would turn on, and you would put your hand on the side of their television or the top of your television to feel if it was warming up or not, because the tubes had to warm up, including your television tube, the TV screen tube. You had to wait for the tube to warm up. All the tubes, all the resistors, all the transition. Good Lord Almighty. It would take a minute, 30 seconds to a minute for an image to appear on your TV. And it would start just the little bit of light in the middle, and then it would slowly open up and open up. And then after 5 minutes, your TV was warmed up. And then you turned the dial to one of the 4 stations you could get. Oh, my God. Back when the smacking the TV worked. Remember those days? CKT, I'm 129, Bruce. We're going for 200 thumbs ups today. You're at 129 now. Cindy, the good old days when your TV wasn't clear, you gave it a smack to get it to work. James of the Misty Tree, I've been a member of this man's channel for 9 months. I'm a Gold Bagel level member. First PC, what's he saying? They had no hard drive. It just had 2 5.25-inch floppy disks. You had to keep feeding disks in to run a program, just to keep running a program. Way back when. Oh my God, James, welcome to the channel. Great to have you here. Thank you. Splayer, sounds like some PS3 loading screens. Had to spend 20, 30 minutes before I could play 5 minutes of Skyrim until another door appeared. John, Biscuit TVs back then were a work of art. 3 channels, and it took 2 people to carry it. Oh, those were heavy. Touch grass and outstretched arm made the best antenna, you know. Sometimes you'd get your little sister to stand beside the TV so the reception would come in better. Or you got your mom would get up and she would adjust the rabbit ears on top of the TV. Dad would say, okay, that's right there. Leave it like that. And then she would untouch the rabbit ears and the picture would go all fuzzy. I remember my dad bought a brand new state-of-the-art antenna for the house. We had a TV antenna. That sucker was 20 feet across, 10 feet each direction, 20 feet, and it rotated. And the installer would added this thing, and we had this box on top of the television with this dial on it, and he put these little stickies on the dial. And if you turn the dial to this sticky, that would be WKBW TV in Buffalo, New York. If you turn the sticky over here, that would be CBC television out of Kitchener-Waterloo. If you turn the thing over here, you get WBEN out of Buffalo, whichever the other channels were, CHCH out of Hamilton, Ontario. We had to turn the antenna a certain direction to get the best signal, and the antenna was incredibly powerful, and we couldn't believe the quality of the image we were getting on our 26-inch console television. It was unbelievable. Cost my dad a fortune. 2 years later, cable showed up. He didn't use it. He didn't use the antenna anymore. It just rusted up there. Oh, Lord, Lordy, Lord. Damn, that's sounding like torture and fun at the same time, says Square John Biscuit. To improve reception, real men stuck their finger on the aerial outlet. It worked, but probably took a few years of our lives off of us. Roaring TVs were so big, it would take 2 or more people to scoot them across the floor as big as a dresser. You remember portable televisions? They had a handle on the top, and they were in a plastic shell. They still weighed 40 pounds. Portable televisions, yeah, you moved them once, and that was it. Portable televisions ended up on top of console televisions because the console television burned out. It died. So you bought a portable 20-inch and put it on top of the console and watched that channel, because the console became the platform for the portable television. And that was common in the 70s, in the 60s and 70s in North America, until finally people threw out the console. But you had to get rid of it. You had to take it to the dump. I mean, how do you take a console to a dump with a car? You can't do it. Oh, good gosh, those were times. Those were times. It was insanity. Ding Chavez, my big alien-sized giant head always got good reception for the TV if I stood near it. Oh, the good days, the good old times. My goodness. Thank you all for joining us here. My gosh, we're open. We're trying to trade here, trying to get things going. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining in with us. My God, another fun day at the OK Corral. We have 133 thumbs ups. Keep coming in if you don't mind. Thank you so much, everybody, for helping us out. We're going member only commentary now. Please become a member of this channel. And you can comment now during market trading time. You can ask me questions about the markets. What options are you looking at writing? What have you written? How are you doing on your contracts? Advice on rollovers, whatever. Thank you all for becoming members of this YouTube channel. We love that you're here and appreciate your presence, of course. There we go. We are up and running. The views are coming in. The trading has begun, and welcome to the party, pal. Thumbs ups keep trickling in. Thank you for letting me know how long you've been a member. Love to get these updates from you folks. Tell us, how long have you been a member of this channel, if that's possible to do. 228 people have now answered my question of the day. It's just a simple answer. If you're writing stock options, and most of you around here are writing stock options, how old are you? Are you under 30? Are you 30 to 40? Are you 40 to 60? Are you over 60 years of age? 8% here say they're under 30. 23% are telling me they're 30 to 40 years of age. 40 to 60-year-olds make up 53% of this channel's viewership, 53%. And over 60, 17%. So you take the top two there, 40 to 60 and 60 and older, add them up, and we're talking 70% of this channel. 70% of this channel are fossils. Because you know what it means to be 40 and older. You're a fossil now, because the kids call you a fossil behind your back. You know that, don't you? Of course, today's 40 is yesterday's 20. So, if you're under 30, you're really a teenager. Really, that's, Thank you all so much for being here with us today. Appreciate you. Hope you don't mind the fun times, the odd comment. Welcome everyone to the program. Splair, 2 years. That's horrible. A Keeble, remember 20 years ago. Splair GameStop's down. AJ, when I grew up, we had an old black and white TV that took 20 minutes to warm up before it was usable. I don't think it was old. It was just broken. Yeah, the tubes were shot. You needed new tubes. That was your sign that if your TV took 5 minutes to get going, you needed new tubes. And in the old days, Dad would take the back of the TV off, even though he wasn't supposed to. He would unplug it, take the back off, and you would take the tubes out of the television. And you would go to the corner store. You would go to your local corner store, and right inside the front door of the corner store was a tube testing machine. And it was the size of an ATM. And you would take a tube and you would plug it in to one of the slots that fit this tube. And the slot would have little writing all around it telling you, you look at your tube and you'd have an RCA whatever, and you'd see oh yeah, it's this one. Or you'd have a manual. They had like a telephone book manual, and you went through it and you found your RCA tube and it would say, oh, insert that into row 3, number 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plug it in there and then push the button, and it would measure the effectiveness of your tube. And you would realize every tube I just brought in needs to be replaced. And you then go to the counter, and the guy behind the counter had cigarettes back here and tubes back here. And you'd hand him the tubes, and he'd go, oh, you need an RC. Oh, yeah, you need this tube. And he'd pull that box out. Those are 99 cents. And, oh, you need that tube. Oh, that's $1.20. And, oh, you need this big fat tube, 4 inches long, 2 inch diameter. Oh, yeah, that's $4. These tubes are going to run you $12. You hand them $12 or whatever it costs. You go home, you plug them back into your television, plug in the TV, turn it on. 30 seconds, you got a clear, sharp photo. You can hear everything. Contrast is working. Vertical is working. Oh, my God. Welcome to 1966. We're back, baby. Man is traveling in 2-person rockets up there, Gemini, and now my TV is back, baby. I can watch Milton Berle and Ed Sullivan on the weekend on my black and white TV. Oh, the tube machine. Cutting edge. I'm 36 years old. I started writing this last June of 2024. So when I started writing rock and roll, Ed Hawkins, I've been a member for 46 months. I am a follower of this channel. I'm a Gold Bagel member. Touch Grass, Gold Bagel level member as well. Austin, 24, turning 25 in May. I'm an old man. Henry T. I think I will be going back with no TV radios and replace the propaganda speakers around the country, like China and Vietnam. Most regard, remembering my dad trying to set up the Nintendo 64. We got a used beast of a tube television. Got so angry it was broken with no sound. Lugged it back to the shop. Turns out the mute button was in. I swear. I remember 20 years of cable uses, but I think it was available since I was born. For me, it started with the PlayStation way back when. Touchgrass, thank you for being a member for 36 months. Gold Bagel level as well. With the deadly rabbit, the scary rabbit. Watch out. That's the deadly rabbit. It'll tear you apart. Be careful. Thank you all for joining us today. Great to have you here. Welcome to a walk down memory lane. Remember when you had TVs that were black and white that didn't have remote control? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I remember when cable came in, we went from 3 or 4 channels to like 15 channels. We couldn't believe it. And then they gave us a cable box and we had 30 channels. You could just sit there and click and click and click. Oh my God, it was like endless. There was so much to watch. Oh, how do we work this? This is incredible. Thank you all for popping in and joining in. 140 thumbs ups and counting, 239 responses to the question, how old are you? Writing options. How you doing writing options? When did you start writing options? Do me a favor, everybody. Enter, if you can, if you're a member, enter in when did you start writing your first option? When did you write your first option? When was that? Was that in June 23, February 24? When was it? Back in 21? I'd love to know. When did you start writing options? Tom, cleaning the heads on VCR after watching a copied video. Hostergaard, oh yeah, bought my first PlayStation 1 myself as a kid with my savings, could never get the save card to work, so I played through my games in one sitting or left the PlayStation on for days. Hostergaard, and my older brother had Super Nintendo. He had Super Nintendo. My God. Oh, geez. Well, the days of TV and games on the tube. What can I say? GameStop, where are we at with our markets? Let's take a look here. We're open. We're trading. The Dow's off 270 points at this point in time. Let's get this market up and going. Down 285 on the Dow, down 18 on S&P, down 20 on NASDAQ. Oil up 21 cents. The 275-point drop for the Dow is because of Johnson & Johnson and Boeing shares. They are the culprits this morning. SoFi is up 10 cents at the moment. ASTS down 61. Rocket Lab down 35. GameStop is up 23 at 22.55 so far. We've got MSTR up 335 at 291.62. AI is up 9. Supermicro unchanged. NVIDIA down just 52 cents. Jeff Glass, the first time I wrote contracts, August the 5th, 2024, the day of the Japan carry trade crash. Remember that? Lisa, March 22, I made my first option trade. So 3 years I've been writing options now, says Lisa. Juan, January 2024, first cash secured put written on SoFi, Jan 24. How far have you guys come? Look at how far you've come in such a short period of time. Lisa is writing options when she travels the world. She writes wherever she goes. Unbelievable change in her life. Weber, June 24 is when I started writing Splair. The memory cards were clearly torture. Mine had always had a virus that created after a while, broken files instead of saving files. Lisa, for those who sold Jan 26, cash secured puts where the price has now dropped significantly before the strike, is it worth rolling down? Good question. One, I remember I was so nervous because I thought I had written it incorrectly. For some of you out there, you might be going from Jan 26 cash secured puts to June 26 cash secured puts in the not too distant future. And you might be going from 20s to 17s or 18s. Again, I don't know which ones you can and cannot write. You have to look at your option chain. Some of you are going to pull the time trade. You're going to go, I hauled in X amount of money on my cash secured put. I can roll it now for further out. I'm going to wait if the SoFi shares start to move up into the 15, 16 level. I'm probably going to roll my 20s out to 20s in June, or I might go 22s in June. And I'm going to bring in more money. We'll wait and see. Right now, fold our arms and see what this market wants to bring us and take it from here. When did you start writing options? Do you remember what month and what year was it when you started writing options? Did you write covered calls? Was the first option you ever wrote 3 GameStop covered calls back in July 2021. Did you start writing in 2022, 23, 24? Did you just start writing in the last couple of months? Let us know how long you've been an option writer. And has your life changed at all? Has your perception of the market been altered because you've become an option writer? I'd love to know. Let me know what you think. There you go. Juan, August 2024, I wrote 3 cash secured puts on SoFi, Uncle Bruce. August 24 is when I wrote my first cash secured puts. Oh, have things changed for Juan since then? Oh my goodness. This is fun. Austin, I can't remember the month, but it was probably the summer or early fall of 2021. I got really, really serious about it. January, February of this year. I am now really serious. Well, we're talking now to someone who was in college in 2021. He was just in school. Now he's out and he's earning a paycheck, and now he's looking to grow his portfolio. Seriously, yes, he wants more than just his paycheck. Yeah, rock and roll, Austin. Well done, sir. You keep up the good work there. Love it. The Dow is only down 186 now. Looks like we're coming on a bit. The S&P is only down 6.5. NASDAQ is green. It's up 6 points. So we got a turnaround happening right now on this market. This is not a sell-off. The VIX is at 22.69, up 41 cents. Not too serious. Oil up 31 cents. Giddy up, everybody. Let's see what this market has in store for you. GameStop is moving up, 22.64. Have any of you noticed your cash-secured puts on GameStop falling in price? Are your put credit spreads looking a little better on your GameStop lately? I'm sure they are. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to the party, pal. GameStop, 22.61, just running along here. Volume on GameStop so far in 11 minutes, 2 million shares. The low was 22.37. We're now 22.61. The high of the morning, 22.80. Welcome to the party on GameStop. SoFi, we've traded 4 million shares in 11, 12 minutes. We're at 11.80 now. The high of the day, 11.81. The low, 11.48. We've turned around smartly to gain about 32 cents a share from the low of the session already. That's a turnaround. The Dow down 180.85, S&P down 5.8, and NASDAQ is now up 18 points. The market has turned a corner. When did you write your first option? And what was it? Do you remember when it was and when you did it? Has your life changed since you started writing option? Kind of curious. I have a suspicion that some of your lives have completely changed in the last few months or years having been here. GameStop up 30, MST are up $1.29, AI is green, it's up 2 cents. Giddy up. Thank you for joining us, everybody. The views keep coming in. The followers keep following us. Thank you for subscribing with this channel, joining this channel as a member. Those of you upgrading your membership to gold level, thank you again. Classes are on sale for the month of April. We are on sale for this entire month of April. This is your chance to beef up on your lessons, grab some on sale. 4 for the price of 3. If you're interested, you let me know. Thank you for joining us. 242 people have answered the poll question of the day now. And I think we're on our way to 300 people answering this question, maybe more. That'd be great. 142 thumbs ups are now in the collection box. Thank you for that. 242 responders. We have the question is, I write stock options, and I am under 38%. Only about, about 20 of you are under 30. 23% of you tell me that you're 30 to 40 years of age, so almost a quarter. So that'd be about 60 of you. Between 40 and 60, a little over half, 52%. So that's 120 people, 125 people are 40 to 60. And over 60 years of age, 17% are over 60 years of age. So that puts about, 40 of you or so, or roughly 40 people. So between the 40 and 40-year-olds and up, 69, 70% of the channel are 40 and older. So this is an older person channel, and option writers tend to be older viewers, older investors. And that makes sense because the younger crowd go for the fast buck. They go for the big win, the lottery ticket payoff, and they think they have all the time in the world to make it work. Where you talk to, you see people being interviewed that are millionaires, that became millionaires in their late 20s and 30s. They changed their philosophy completely away from overnight success to long-term asset builder and cash flow builder, and now adding win upon win upon win. Once you turn 28, 29, 30, and you've had 5 in a row option writes that win for you, you're never going back. You're going to keep being an option writer because you realize, hey, 5 in a row, I've never been right 5 times in a row buying stock and selling stock. I might be right, but it's a year out before I make any money because I'm always buying too high. Option writing, I'm a winner immediately. I can't believe how quickly I become a winner being an option writer. Congratulations, all of you, for being here. Chad, I wrote my first options December 21. I wrote covered calls on GameStop after being laid off. Well, that must have been a life changer. Chad says, I can relate to feeling a bit nervous when I wrote my first contracts. I just got laid off and I started writing options. Tom, I wrote BlackBerry covered calls in March 21. They finished 5 cents in the money. I didn't close out because I didn't know options got exercised. When even in the money, I made money and I learned a lesson. Joe Oliva, the first time I wrote was August of 2020 to buy an autographed Mahomes helmet and jersey and a Kelsey jersey. I did it so quick. My brother asked me why I wasn't doing this full time for a job. I mean, you made all this money. Let's get this done. Joe, didn't really hit me until that moment that it was possible. I thought, well, yeah, at least a 40% profit realized on AI, 20th of June, 2020, 2750 covered call. Nice going, Lisa. Those of you who have written options, changed your life. Completely, it changed your life. When you wrote options and made money, your lives were forever altered. Yeah, that's what happens around here. This is a niche channel. For those of you who don't write options, we're a niche channel. We're one of the only channels where we talk about being option writers. These folks who are here are option writers. I'm your host. I'm your high school teacher is what I am. I'm an instructor. I guide you on how options work. I have classes on how they are created, how they die, how they go up or down in value, the difference between different kinds of contracts, different strategies. I try to explain to you the psychology of the market that you're entering. I'm your instructor, and I appreciate all of you being with us, Jen and I, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife and I. Thank you very much for being here. Love having you with us, and we love seeing viewers win on this market. This market is ridiculous. The market is going through all kinds of turmoil right now and will continue to do so. And yet option writers on this channel are going, Uncle Bruce, it doesn't matter to me who's in the White House. It doesn't matter if the market goes up or goes down. I make money all the time. I make money being an option writer. I cannot believe it. You said it to me. You told me again and again and again. And I feel like you're talking to me, yet you're always hitting me right between the eyes. You get me. And I get this message from 25-year-olds up to 85-year-olds. They all tell me the same thing. It's like, you're talking to me, man. You are nailing the vibes I have about this market. It's unbelievable what's going on. Susan Shops, last Friday, I wrote GameStop April 17 expiry, $23 cash secured puts for $224. I can buy it back right now for $189. It's already 20% in the money. I'm already making 20%. Of course, if the shares go to 23 or 23.50, Susan's puts will continue to drop in price because they die on the 17th of April. They've got 16 days left to live. They're worth $189. They have no value. The stock is $22.65. These contracts are worth 35 cents. That's all they're worth. The rest is going to evaporate. Susan knows it. We all know it. And we support Susan in her efforts. We congratulate Susan. And hey, if this GameStop wants to go to $23.50 by tomorrow, that contract will be $1.20 tomorrow. She'll be up another 60 cents. So she'll be up $1 on a $220 contract. She'll be up $100 on her $220 premium already. That's almost 40%.
Ain't nothing wrong with a 20%.
Jen is here saying nothing wrong with this profit, nothing wrong with a bigger profit. Susan, you're going to make money no matter what. You're going to make money. Tom, I wrote a GameStop $21 puts yesterday at the low for May 16th expiry. I got 204 for my 21s. They're out of the money. This stock's $22.59. These are worthless. They're going to die. I'm going to do very well. You're going to do very well, Tom. Chad, I remember I went ahead and to listen to number one again and again. I remembered that. I listened to that class of his, number one class, number two class. I have replayed these classes again and again and again, and I keep writing and I keep writing and I keep writing. These classes have paid for themselves many times over. Thank you, everybody. Beach Boy, hey, buddy, here's a donation of 15 shekels for you. Uncle Bruce, I screamed at us You screamed at us to sell covered calls. One GameStop, a $350 call when the stock was at 280. The premium was $80. I bought it back for $40 in 4 days. I made $4,000 in 4 days during COVID, mind you. I'm not leaving this guy. Are you kidding me? Why would I leave this channel? I get to talk about Jameson's lemon pie, and I can make money like this with this guy. Are you kidding me? And that's when Beach Boy had to pick up the telephone and call in his trade. He had to call his broker to give him the trade. His hands were shaking. Oh, I know this story. I remember this. I was just do it. Just write the call, you'll be fine. And oh my goodness, that changed everything. I can't get rid of this guy. Joe thought I was going to be sick on my first cover call. I was throwing up, sweating, panicked. I'm watching the price all week, and now I'm dead to that feeling, and I'm promoting others to start writing us also. The world has changed.
That a fire? That's not a fire.
That's not. You call that a knife? That's not a knife. That's a toy. This is a knife. Oh yes, Richard. Good morning, NT Jen, Tom, Joe, Oliver. I am the same. No emotions anymore. I don't even think about it. I write options because I know the guy buying them from me is an idiot, and I take the money from a moron. That is my new mantra. Money's from morons. I take their money. They're going to give it away. I'm taking it. I'm that charitable. Welcome all to the program.
Money from morons.
Yeah, money from morons. Money for nothing. We're down 316 on the Dow, another dip. We're down 25 on S&P, we're down 55 on NASDAQ, and it doesn't matter. People around here make money regardless of this market. Oh my God. Mr. T, hi, Uncle Bruce. 3.5 years ago, I wrote my first 2 GameStop covered calls, and I made $770 in 3 hours. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Looking back, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea. You told us how, and I went ahead and did it, and holy crap. I bought those back, and I still had my shares, and I still had my account, and I had this money in my account. Like, what? I'm allowed to do this? I have been allowed to do this for decades, and no one ever told me I could do this too. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, I'm not going anywhere. You're not getting rid of me. Joe, Olivia, all of us smiling and laughing. Oh, yeah, I remember. I was so nervous. I watched the market. I watched GameStop go up 10 cents, down 10 cents. Then I was updating my quote, getting the refresh going. Then it was I wrote them at 190, and it was 185, 195, last at 190, 186, 196. It's going higher. And then it went down 10 cents. Is it going to stay down, or is it going to go back up again? What's going to happen to the market? Friday nights were the worst. Friday nights were the worst. Oh, we're not trading until Monday. Oh, Monday holidays were a crime. Monday holiday? You mean I can't trade until Tuesday? Are you out of your mind? And now I go, Monday holiday? Oh, that's another day of shrinkage. This is great. I love this game, Uncle Bruce. Oh, I love this game so much. Susan Shops, I almost never write short-term 2 to 3 week contracts expirations. I usually go out 2 to 3 months. Often I set and forget it. Jan 26, I'm perfectly fine to buy back at 20%, whatever way it works. I'm good. He had me the money. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for making me richer. Giddy up. We're down 3 cents on SoFi. It's not leading the market any lower. ASTS down 71. Rocket Lab down 55. GameStop up 21. MSTR down 266. AI down 13 cents. Supermicro up 29, and Nvidia down $1.25. Tesla up 290. No problem. We're fine. Palantir down 62 cents. Costco up 11.22. Coinbase down 165. ME Unchained, or I think ME is dead right now. I don't know if that's even trading anymore. Google 125 higher. Apple up 94 cents. Broadcom down 193. Microsoft up 281. Intel down 57 cents. Netflix down 11.80. Meta up 56 cents. EI Lilly down 17.93. It's an $808 stock. So, if you divide that by 10, an $80 stock is down $1.79. No big deal. Amazon down 17 cents. Call credit spread. Uber down 79. Adobe down 624. Cisco down 39. AMD down 74. Unity is up 14 cents. Enphase down 220. Spires are down 33 to 776. Moderna up 2 cents. Pfizer down 57 cents. IBM down 351. HPQ up 11. Home Depot down 259. I think it was up $8 yesterday. Vanik Semiconductors down 230. Goldman Sachs down 1009. Boeing down $5. Target up 97 cents. JP Morgan down 344. Walmart up $1.06. Disney down 95 cents. American Airlines down 45 cents. DraftKings down 53. AMC down 7 cents. Now it's 279, 280 a share. Royal Caribbean down 341 at 202. The high for Royal Caribbean was 277. This stock has given up $75 a share, still trading at 18.3 times earnings. There was a time that cruise stocks were trading 10, 11 times earnings. This one's trading at 18 still at $202 a share. There you have it. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Dow is now down 400, which is matching, well, not quite equal to yesterday's gain. Yesterday, at the worst, we were down almost 500 points. We're down 400 right now. We're down 38 on S&P. We're down 78 on NASDAQ. The market is rendering its verdict to what it feels the future looks like for 6 months, a year from now. And the verdict is not good. And so there you have it. Oil is up 22 cents, which surprises me. I don't think oil should be $70. I don't think oil should be 60. There's too much of it, but it is what it is. The VIX is up 1 penny at the moment. The VIX might be turning because the markets have calmed down a little too far, too quickly. But hey, tomorrow is the day we're all waiting for. We're going to see just what happens. Henry T says, it's April Fool's Day. Uncle Bruce, Donny Boy invited most popular guests to the White House. Happy the Fool Day. Okay, I'm just, just a guy trying to help you make money on April Fool's Day.
They were talking about great Fool's Day pranks that they knew about. My personal favorite, the one that I have done, is you take a little Post-it note, and on the bottom of the mouse is like the remote eye, and you just cover it up with the Post-it note, so when you move your mouse, it can't react. My one guy he was at the point of disassembling the computer when I stopped him. He said, just turn the mouse over. So when I came back from lunch, I had no wheels on my chair.
Yeah, you thought you could get away with building operators. You're messing with building operators that can build and disassemble anything.
Yeah. No wheels on my chair.
It's a miracle my car's wheels didn't fall off on the way home, because they would have gotten after me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fun times at the OK Corral. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for joining Jennifer and I here. We love that you're with us today. Thank you for participating with the thumbs up meter today, 147 and counting. And the question of the day. We've got 259 people now answering the question of the day. Thank you, everybody, for that. The question is, I write stock options and I am under 30 years of age. 8% of my viewers answering this question are under 30. 30 to 40 years old, 22%. 40 to 60, 51% of you. And over 60, 19%. So if you take a look at the bottom half of this quiz, 40 years and younger, 30% of my viewers are 40 and younger. 40 and older, 70%. And there shows you the wisdom that is going on here, the wisdom of these viewers. The folks who write options the most on this guy's YouTube channel are 40 and older. And that's the target that I'm after. I'm trying to tell my peeps out there, if you're 40, 45, you're 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, you can write stock options. It's legal, it's lucrative, it's immediate, it's a win trade, and it is a very smart, conservative way to build wealth. And for those of you, as you get older, it is go time to build your asset base. You cannot rely on your house being your retirement engine. You cannot rely on your boss finally giving you that corner office with the $400,000 paycheck. You're never getting that job. You have got to become self-reliant and make your own bucks. And for many of you, you want to retire, as soon as possible to live your life, to live a retirement life after all the crap you've gone through. So if you're in your 40s, if there's a hope that I can help you get retired before you hit 50 or 55, this might be it. Writing options might be the way to get you out. In effect, you're still working. Yeah, you're working. You're working your money. That's what I'm getting you to do. I'm trying to get you to work your assets, make them generate cash so that you don't have to work for cash at the office. Because when you go to the office or you're working for an employer, even at home, you're working for money. You're not working for equity. You're not working for a promise of millions of dollars later. You're working for cash, this paycheck. That's all your employer is giving you. They're giving you a paycheck every 2 weeks or deposit every month. That's all that's in it for you. Whereas if you can work your assets and generate cash from your assets on top of what you're making at work, all of a sudden you're getting a massive cash flow increase into your life. Some of which is outside of a retirement account, which means it's going to help against bills. A lot of it might be inside retirement accounts, which means you're building your retirement savings up as fast as you can, tax-free, so that when you pack it in and you hit 59 and a half in America, whatever that magic number is, you can start accessing this capital that you built tax-free. It's time to get going. It's time to make this happen. That's all I can tell you. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to help you get richer. That's all there is to it. We're up 460. We're down 465 points on the Dow. If you are writing call credit spreads, you've been following my advice now for months and months and months, and you've listened to me, and you've been writing call credit spreads. You are being paid off handsomely from all kinds of stocks and issues right now. So SPY and triple Qs are paying you. All the Magnificent Sevens are paying you. If you're doing call and or put credit spreads on all kinds of stocks, even iron condors, you're on both sides of the market, you are in a position to cash in handsomely. And you do not need to be at the market at all when it comes to these trades. In other words, if a GameStop's trading at $22 a share, you can do $17, $18, $19 put credit spreads behind the market. If you're doing NVIDIA call credit spreads, the stock's at 107 or so, 106.80, 107, you're not going to do 110 call credit spreads or $115 call credit spreads. You're going to be 130, 135, 140. You're going to be up there, and you're going to shop the option chain for the trade you're looking for, whether it's a $2 spread, a $5 spread, or up to 10 or 20 or a $30 credit spread. You're going to shop the contracts that are going to pay you handsomely. That is what you're after. I congratulate those of you who are really changing your lives. Those of you who have really stepped up and you've decided, Bruce, I can't believe it. I can borrow 40 grand against my 401k. I can do whatever I want with that money. I can literally borrow 40 grand from my 401k, make payments to my 401k to pay off the loan. The interest I'm charging myself So at the end of 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, I have put back into my 401k the money I borrowed plus the interest I've charged myself. And this money now is this much. It's much more than the 40 grand I took out. And it's my money for my retirement. In the meantime, I took 40 grand out and I'm writing options with that $40,000. Just like you're saying, go cash, cash only, cash is king. I'm writing cash secured puts on whatever stock I want, or I'm writing cash secured puts and I'm writing call credit spreads, or I'm doing poor man covered call trading, or I am buying stock because I'm old school. I just want to buy stock in GameStop, or I want to buy stock in Rocket Lab, or I want to buy Apple, or I want to buy whatever. I get 40 grand to buy stock, and I'm writing options on those shares. That's all I'm doing. I'm writing covered calls. I am bringing in 10, 15, 20, 30% in premiums on my 40 grand. And I am paying myself 6, 7, 8% interest to borrow the money in the first place. I'm a winner to myself. I'm my own banker. I am my own banker, adding to my own retirement, managing my money. And you guys are figuring this out going, why didn't I do this 5 years ago? This is insane. My wife and I can both do this. Some of you have credit cards that are just crippling you because you had to do an emergency purchase of some kind. You had to replace the furnace. You had to replace the engine in your car. I don't know. And you've got a medical issue maybe, and you now owe 50 grand on your credit cards, all combined, $50,000. And you were thinking, I might borrow 40,000 from my 401k and put it on my credit card bill. And now you're thinking, wait a minute, hold it a second, just a second here. I could borrow this money, start writing options using this money, and use that capital to pay down the credit card. I can take a 1-year program here. I can put a 1-year program together where if I can generate out 10, 12% a month on my 40 grand, writing out of the money call credit spreads, I can take that capital and pay down those credit cards over the year and pay myself payments to my 401k. End of the year, I might only owe 10 grand on those cards. I've knocked them almost all the way off. I still am managing $40,000, and I've already paid $10,000 of my $40,000 loan off to myself. I'm a winner there. I'm a winner here, and I'm a winner over here. In the next 3 to 6 months, the credit cards are paid off. I'm now adding capital to the 40 grand that's just compounding now. And I'm still paying off my loan. In 4 years, my loan's paid off. It's got 60 grand in there, 40 grand plus the interest. I got 60, 70, 80 grand in my trading account because I'm growing it, and I paid off 50 grand in credit card bills. Like, talk about the ledger changing completely over to the other side. Debits and credits, it's all credits to you. And you're just that much better of an option writer. I keep asking you, when did you write your first option? How did you feel? How did you do on the first time you ever wrote a contract, an option contract? How did you watch the market? How close were you watching the market? It's unbelievable. Thank you all. Covered calls on SoFi in retirement accounts, I guess, but it's not necessary at the moment if you can avoid it. Hector, Uncle Bruce, has the market factored in stocks values based on expected tariff announcements? Should I wait another day to write? What do you think? We're speculating all over it. I'll tell you that. He hasn't announced them. I have no idea. It doesn't matter in one sense or another, because at the end of the day, Hector, you know this answer is coming. Even if you write a covered call on SoFi right now, you write a $15 call contract on your SoFi shares. It's trading at $11.55 a share. You bring in $1 or something. The stock goes up to $14. Great day tomorrow. Great week this week. Whatever reason. You know something that you have in your back pocket that you can pull out anytime you want, and that's known as a rollover. You can buy back your $15 call for $1 more than you sold it for if you have to, and now write a $17 call a year out and bring in just as much money. And you just raised your strike price $2 a contract, $200 to you, and you did a rollover of the contract. You might even make money on the rollover and get paid more money. You have the rollover weapon in your back pocket. Always be writing Do not fear this leverage you have. It's phenomenal leverage you have. I'm just saying, we're going to see how the market reacts tomorrow. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, you can write cash secured puts today with these dips on all these stocks. This is your perfect chance. Look at GameStop. You can write $22 cash secured puts right now. The stock's down 19 cents. You can write $20 cash secured puts on GameStop. You can write $18 cash secured puts on GameStop. Bring in dollars. You want to write 25s? You want to write 30s? Knock yourself out. You can do that too. Bring in some dough right now. Cash secured puts on SoFi, I think, 13s, 15s, 17s, 20s, a gift that keeps on giving. January 26th, piece of cake. Thank you very much. ASTS, cash secured puts, 20s to 25s. Oh my God. Rocket Lab, cash secured puts, 15 to 25s. The gift that gives and gives and gives. Rocket Lab is down 57 cents. That is ridiculous. But hey, you have to have faith the stock in the next year can go back to 2025. Something tells me it will, but right now the markets are down. That means cash secured put writing. That's what that means. It means buying back covered calls for a lot less than you sold them for and writing other covered calls. Yeah. Or put credit spreads, call credit spreads. You're always writing and generating revenue into your account. It's your job. This is what you're supposed to be doing. That's what they're doing in Wall Street right now. Don't ask questions. Take the money. David, number 152, better late than pregnant, Thank you, everybody. Thank you for these thumbs ups, you guys. Charlie, I wrote my first option ever last May 2024 after watching the first 3 classes. I wrote 5 covered calls on GameStop, and I pulled in $320 for a week. I was so happy and excited. I emailed you a thank you note, Uncle Bruce. No looking back, baby. You're not the only one. That has been done many times over. Many times over. People have written their first batch of contracts. They scored a win. They let me know in no uncertain terms with an email. Oh, because of you, I did this trade. Oh, I can't believe how these things died. It's amazing.
Use your practice account.
Use your practice account first. Yes, Blair, have a relaxed day, everybody. Stephen Butler, number 153. I'm late to the party, but I'm here, baby. I'm here, and let's get richer, please. 265 answers now have come in on the poll question of the day, and the thumbs up meter is 153 as I am grinding out thumbs ups. It is a grind today to get them. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. Down markets, I don't get as many thumbs ups because it's my fault that the market is down. So they take it out on me. I'm trying. Giddy up, you guys. Thank you for answering the question of the day here. 52% are 40 to 60 years old, and 18% are over 60. 70% of my viewers who've answered my question today are 40 and older, and they're making money. They're members. Most likely they're all members as well of this channel. Double D, I have been a member of this man's channel for 45 months. I had an Odyssey game box before Atari came out. My first option, 2020. I wrote my first option in 2020. This is a gold bagel level.
That's an example of tell me how old you are without telling me how old you are.
That's right. Tell me how old you are without saying how old you are. This gives it away.
You're here for whenever you want to.
That's right. We've got Stephen Butler, Ohio Players song. Roller Coaster is the theme song for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Yes. Say what?
That's a great
right.
album.
That's a great album cover of all album covers. You remember that album cover? It was the album was called Honey. It's one of the best album covers of all time. Oh my God. Mandu number 5, member for 41 months. Good morning, Auntie Jen.
Morning, Mandy.
I think when I bought that album, I was 18 years old when I bought that album, 73 or something like that. A lot of young gentlemen in their teens bought that album. Wonderful photography. There's a reason to become a photographer. Yes. Thank you, Mandu number 5, for 41 months being a member of this channel. Gold bagel level member. Another one. Thank you all for being gold followers, Gold Bagel members of this channel. Thank you all. Way to go, kids. Nothing personal. We just want you to get richer. That's all there is to it. We just want you to get richer. And again, I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you. It's much appreciated that you're here. Glad to have you here. Okay, let's keep on going here. Down only 371 on the down instead of 450. Okay, well, that's a bit better. SoFi's down 1 penny. It's not dropping today. We're down 81 in ASTS. Rocket Lab down 41. GameStop is off 15 cents. MSTR is off 204. AI down 26 cents. That's all it is so far. Welcome all to the show. Thank you for being part of the family today. Great to have you with us. As it's always great to have you. The world is getting ready for Trump tariffs. We find out tomorrow what they have in mind. Then we'll find out the horse trading that's going to take place over the next few weeks. We're going to find out just how pissed off Americans are at their president, how upset countries are at America, how America is going to pay a price for these tariffs. Don't think that America is going to win this little deal coming up. This is going to be a bloodletting, not going to be fun. I'm just a guy in front of a computer. I'm going to watch the market. You're going to watch the market, and I'm going to tell you in plain English what I think is going on. And if that isn't good enough for you, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Beach White, Anti-Gen, it's all your fault, you know. Not enough thumbs in a bear market. Step away from the robo-trader, for God's sake. Also, leave the toaster, grab the Jameson, and grab the lemon pie. Come on. Jen, please, do something right.
I've only got 2 hands.
I only got 2 hands here.
Grab
What more?
the Jameson and the lemon pie.
That's it. Get your hands off the robo-toaster, for goodness gracious sake. We're at 22.18 on GameStop, trying to recover. I'm waiting for GameStop to announce the closing of their financing. That is all I'm waiting for. It hasn't been announced yet. We're here. We're watching. We're waiting. I have no idea what else is going on. That's just a guy in front of a computer. Man, dude, neat. Jeff Glass, we start watching which companies meet with Trump to pay bribes to get a tariff exemption. That's what we're going to watch next. There you go, Jeff. There's your comments. Thank you all for being with me today. Lovely to have you here. And like I said, I just want you to get rich. It's nothing personal. Just get rich. Find your answer to all your other problems elsewhere, but come here to figure out how to make money. That's all you need to worry about coming to this channel. Just how to make money. Thank you so very, very much. There you go, kids. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Your subscriptions matter. Really appreciate it. Thank you for these thumbs ups today. That matters too. Love it. We're down 12 on GameStop at 22.20. The low was 21.95 about 20 minutes ago. We're now at 22.22, down a dime. So GameStop is lifting up again. Might want to go green again. SoFi down just 4 cents a share. Any kind of recovery in these markets, these two will probably go green immediately. From what I can tell you, that's what I see. Now, Savage of Wall Street, boom! I just sold 2 NVIDIA $100 cash secured puts. We're talking about puts that are $7 out of the money. These expire Jan 2027. So these are out there for a while. I got $20 for them. $20, $2,000 a contract, $4,000. Thank you, you poor, addicted, sap, degenerate gamblers, silly rabbits. May I have another? I love this game, says Savage. Sale of 4 classes for the price of 3. I never got any sales, and I had to pay full price, and it is still worth every single penny ever. Rock and roll, my friend. Well, he just brought in $4,000 writing 2 deep in the money or $7 in the money put contracts. That's more than you can spend on all my classes combined. I mean, even if you buy every single one of these 18 classes for $150 a piece on sale, you're going to drop $2,700. This guy just hauled in $4,000. He's going to do this for the rest of his life. The classes you buy once and watch them as many times as you want. Deep value. Would GameStop wait until the market closed to announce today? What do you think? I have no idea. I can't tell you. Just kidding, but this could be an interesting niche. Anyways, have a relaxed day, everybody. Thank you for this. I think is an interesting niche. We look at the markets. We're trying to go higher. Will we go higher? We're down 377 on the Dow now, 33 on S&P, 64 on NASDAQ, a third of a point on NASDAQ, about 2/3 of a percentage point on S&P, and we're down 0.9% on the Dow. Oil is up 7 cents, and the the VIX is up 108. So the market could do a turnaround at any time and grab a few hundred points on the Dow. We could go green on S&P and NASDAQ. SoFi is down 2 cents. That's it. That's poised to go the other direction. It's ready to roll. And remember, this is April 1. We're into the second quarter now. The first quarter of the year is over. I started telling you this 3-4 weeks ago. I told you again and again, every day I said this to you guys, that SoFi is approaching the end of the first quarter. The first quarter is over now for SoFi. Their next announcement that will come out will be the date of their conference call for their first quarter financial release. That's the next thing. It'll also basically be their annual meeting. So there's all this coming your way. And then guess what happens? From now until that day, late this month, speculation on how high the stock is going to go based on how much money they made in the first quarter. Get ready. That's why SoFi's down just a penny. It's not going any lower. Anyone into this game realizes the pattern here. The pattern is kind of similar. As we approach the quarter results, they seem to lift up a little bit. So here we are, unchanged right now, 1163. All right. Crazy 49er, would you write a covered call on Apple for June 220? Apple, June 220. Apple stock right now is 221. And Crazy 49er is saying, if I wrote a June $220 call, which is $1 in the money, I'd get $14 for this contract. So if I'm exercised, I will be bought out at $234 a share. What do you think? Well, theoretically, you can buy the stock right now for $221.60. Write this contract right away and get $1,400 back for the 100 shares that you bought. So you're now into the stock for technically $207 is your cost, right? And you're selling at $220. Or another way of thinking about it, I put up $22,100 to buy the stock. I got $1,400 in already, and I'm offering it at $220. So I'm selling for $23,500. Are you happy with a $13 win on this trade? That's what you'd be dealing with, I guess. A $13 win on a 221 buy. There it is. What's that, 15% between now and June? Well, this is April 1st, May 1st, June 1st, 2.5 months. Are you happy with 15% on your money in 2.5 months if you were exercised? If you're not exercised and the stock trades below 220 going forward, just stays here, this contract will squeeze out $13 of value because it's only worth $1.60. So it has no real value other than, $1.60 value. Will you be happy watching this go down to $5 and then you buy it there, or $4? Would you buy it back at $4, take the $10 off the table, turn around and write an October 220 then for another $14? Would you be happy? If you're happy with this trade, you can do this in your retirement account right now. Did you make 15% last year in your retirement account? This is a strategy that is a 2-3 month strategy. That's all this is. This isn't a 1 year strategy, writing a June $220 contract. This is a 2.5 month strategy. This can be done 4 times a year, 5 times a year. If Crazy 49er takes $10 off 4 times on this kind of a trade, he pulls $40 out of Apple in cash. That's $4,000 by buying stock right now for $22,000. He pulls out $4,000. Is there a return there? Yeah, there's a return here. That's pretty damn good, don't you think? $4,000 on 22 grand. 10% is 2,200. 20% would be 4,400. 18% for the year, and that's not letting him expire. He's closing them out before they die worthless. So here you are. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with this trade. Inside a retirement account, if you've got $22,000, $220,000, and you buy 1,000 Apple and write 10 of these contracts, you just hauled in 14,000 in cash now into your account. You can take that 14 grand, immediately turn around and buy an ETF. You can buy the BIL Treasury ETF and get 4% interest on it between now and when you reverse this trade or roll the trade or whatever you're going to do. So 4% interest on $14,000 for the year. If you keep a $14,000 balance for the whole year on this kind of a program, do the math. How much money you making? For 140 times 4 was a $600 interest on top of the premium. Thank you. So yeah, it's an okay trade. Very conservative in a way. Savage, yes, Uncle Bruce, I made $4,000, and I assure you it will be put to good use this weekend when I take the family to Reno, Tahoe, and I spend a few days having a good time gambling and having fun. I'm going to have a good time with this Crazy 49er, or I can do puts for $10. Did you see the latest post from Noto? So inspiring, apparently. Deep value of the options. This is a 1999 super sticker, my friend. Thank you so much. Thanks for being you. Thank you very much for that super sticker. You got to love those. Much appreciated. And all of you who are here, thank you for the thumbs ups and answering the poll question and learning how to get richer. I'm just loving it. Want you guys to make nothing but money. You have to decide if you want to buy Apple for $221 and write a contract. Do you want to buy Apple for $221 and write a $250 contract? Do you want to write a $260 contract? Do you want to write a $250 good for January instead of just for June? Write a $270 good for January 26, or do you want to write a $300 call option on a $221 stock that expires in January 27? Check your option chain to see what they'll pay you for it, and decide what strategy do you want to employ. Do you want to have a 1-year contract from now, May of 26, and can you pull in 20% return in one trade? Knock yourself out. Did you make 20% last year from your professional money managers? Did they make you 20% last year? You can do it in one trade. It's up to you. Thank you, Deep Value, for that super sticker. 1999. We have to go to Costco today, Jen and I. We got to go to Costco. We got to go to Walmart today. We got a few provisions to buy. For some reason, we buy food, bring it here, then a few days later, the food is gone. I don't get it. Like we buy diet caffeine-free Coke, and I pour it into a cup like this, and then the bottles are missing. I got to replace these bottles of Diet Coke. These donations make a difference, keeps us alive. Thank you. Pick up the classes, become a member of the channel. Thank you all. Susan Shop, Spruce, help me out on my first credit spread. He helped me out on my first credit spread. The Q, okay, help me out now on my first credit spread. The Qs are 464.66, okay? All right, well, I'm seeing a 468 right now. Almost down 1%. I'm thinking of buying a 495 and paying 59 cents, and I'm going to write a 490 for 106, and I get a net credit of 47 cents for April the 11th. Is that what do you think about this trade? Well, Yes. So if you're writing the 490, you're writing a contract that is about on the queues about $32 out of the money, $22 out of the money. Pardon me. That dies on the 11th of April, and you're buying a 495. That's five further out of the money. So it's a 59-cent contract. So the difference is 47 cents to you. So you got to put up $500 for this $5 spread, and you'll get $47 payable to you. It's not quite 10%. It's 9.4% from now until the 11th of April. Now, the trick of it is this. If by this Friday, in 3 days from now, today's being Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if by Friday we're still around here on these indexes, 465, 470 range, these contracts will have shrunk in value. That 495 won't be at 59 cents anymore, and the 490 won't be $1.06. They'll both have shrunk. The question is, will they have shrunk enough so that the credit spread of 47 cents that you got, will it be down to 40 cents or 35 cents by Friday? That's the first question. Now, if the market does go lower, the markets have a bad day tomorrow because of the tariff trade thing, and the Qs go down to 455, that would take these contracts lower quickly. They will drop dramatically tomorrow. They might be both of them down 30%. But if the 59-cent contract loses 30%, it loses 18 cents. If the 106 contract, that 490, loses 30%, it loses 32 cents. The spread drops 14 cents in your favor right there. Time will also eat it up. And obviously between now and the 11th of April, that is 10 calendar days. What's that, 8 trading days? 5 next week, 3 or 4 this week. So it's 8 or 9 trading days only left. By Friday, if we're at 460-ish, we haven't recovered very much. These contracts will be half their value, I'm sure. One will be 30 cents and one will be 50, 55. The spread will be 25 cents. You'll be up 20, 22 cents on the spread already. Now, what if there's a rally? What if the market goes up a little bit and the Qs go from 460 something, 468 right now, they go to 480. They go up to $480. Your contracts are still out of the money, $10 and $15 each. These are $490 and $95s. But at $480 by Friday of this week, they'll probably still be around this price because the market has come up and these contracts will have gained value but have lost value because time is shrinking them, but they're getting closer to the money. And now you might be a little too close for comfort. So you may want to look at 495 to 500s, or you might want to go a week further out and go 5 to 510s. Depends. You might wait for this market to rally right now. Let it go 469 here. Let it go to 470. Let it go to 475. And maybe you're going to write the 11th of April expiries, but you're not going to write the 490, 95s. You're going to write the 495s to 500s and get 47 for those because the market went up $5 and you're going to go up 5 on each of these and still stay that far ahead of the market. You have all day to write this spread. I don't know if you've done it or not, but there you have it. Susan Shops, laugh out loud when you help me. I know you're helping others. Brian, I love doing buy rights, but mostly when IV is high on the stock and it's nice and green. Susan, so with the market down, isn't it time writing these calls spread right? What do you think? Well, the market isn't as down as it was. We're now down 195 on the Dow. We've just come back 300 points, 200 points. You may want to fold your arms here and wait a bit before you make any move on this trade. Let's see if the Qs can recover with this market recovering. Remember yesterday, we were down 500 in the morning, but we ended up 400 points higher on the Dow at the end of the day. What's going to happen? You might write this spread in the last 20 minutes of the day today. If the market has a bit of a surge, you might be 5 to 505s or 505 to 510s on the Qs for the 11th. and get about the same kind of credit. So again, I don't know where you are. I'm not sure if you've written them or not, but there is a spread. And again, this credit spread, if you've written it already, fine, sit on it, and let's see how it plays out. Stephen, is it true they are suggesting one take a Dramamine while looking at the Dow Jones charts that one is prone to motion sickness? Is it true? Is it true? I gotta say, we have to allow the Dow to fluctuate. It's down 225. It was down 425 half an hour ago. That's what this market is going to do. We had 1,000-point movement yesterday between low and high. No suggesting we can't do it today and tomorrow. None about that. So, okay, we'll see what gives. Thank you all for being here. We're up 4 cents on the oil. We're up 67 on the VIX. The Dow is down 227, S&P down 10, and NASDAQ is green plus 1560. That's why the Qs are moving up, because the NASDAQ has gone green. The other markets are still red. Very interesting. Wait a second. Qs are going up above the call spread. Just jumped. Net premium credit 72. The 495 buy now 88, and the right side 158. Yes, you may want to move 5 higher on both of those contracts. Stay ahead of the market. You're too close. 490 and 95 might be too close to the fire. You might want to move up $5 or $10 on each contract. Look at those spreads. Okay. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to figure it out. Jen, what should I do today? What kind of bagel should I go for today? What are the choices available to us? They're infinite.
They're infinite.
Infinitesimal.
You have your cold cuts. You have your cheese, egg, all the bad things. Can you feel your heart constricting?
I can feel my tummy going, hey, you had coffee and you're sucking on some soda here. And maybe, you could use some protein and you could use some vitamins and you could use some things.
Things.
You could use things.
Well, do you want the egg with ham and cheese? Do you want?
I'm thinking.
Yeah? Okay.
With
That was
ketchup.
Okay.
A super toasted bagel. Ham, egg, and cheese. Toasted sesame seed bagel with ketchup to dip in. Make this market go higher. Why not?
Why not?
Auntie Jen, the miracle worker.
Why not?
We're on it, baby. We're on it. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! Everybody, welcome to the party, pal. When did you write your first options? What was your first trade? Do you remember your first trades? Do you remember? What were the, Susan, Qs are now 469. Yes, the Qs are a little higher. 468.83, down 9 cents. Stay ahead of that market. The further ahead, the better, is where I'd want you to be. We're down 230 on the Dow at the moment. Been fluctuating here. We're down 13 on S&P and we're up 5 on NASDAQ. Thank you all for joining in here as we try to figure out what this market has in store. We have thumbs ups coming in here. We're slowly grinding our way higher on the thumbs up meter. We just hit 160 on the thumbs up meter. We are 40 away from 200. That is a ways to go. I don't know if we're going to make it today. Hopefully, if you're watching on the rerun, you can help me out and hit that thumbs up button today. Get us over 200. I don't think we hit 200 yesterday. I think you guys left me hanging at about 185. Couldn't get 200 thumbs ups. Even though the market gained 400 points, you wouldn't give me thumbs ups yesterday.
That was Monday.
That was Monday, I guess. I guess that's what it is, says Jen. We're up 10 cents on your SoFi. Look at that. We've turned it around and gone green. GameStop is up 13. It's gone green. Look at your micro Strategy Incorporated up 235. MSTR. AI is down 7 cents. Rocket Lab is down a dime. SMCI up $1.26. NVIDIA is only down 42 cents. Tesla's up 11.50. Look at this turnaround on this market. Palantir is down 35 cents. Coinbase is green. Costco is green. Google is green. Apple is green now. Microsoft is green now. Intel only down 58 cents. Meta has gone green. Amazon is green now. Cisco's only down 19 cents. Uber is up. Spire is up. Moderna is up now. Pfizer down just 41 cents. HBQ has gone green as well. Target is green. Walmart is green. We're turning this market around a bit here and there. A lot more green arrows than before. We're down 176 on the Dow Jones. NASDAQ is getting greener. Looking good, guys. Your markets are improving. You're able to make money. You're going to be able to make money. Thank you, everybody. Coming around, hitting that thumbs up button and answering the question of the day. Thank you again and again and again. Very well done. 165 thumbs ups. 5 more just came through. Love that. Thank you, everybody. 35 from 200. Let's see. Andrea, yesterday I wrote covered calls on Meta. I sold a 655 on Meta. Let me just check the market again here. We're now it's 581, and I bought a 660. So you did a call credit spread, 660, 655, expiring in 45 days. What do you think of that? Very good. The stock, even with a 475 gain, it's 581, and you're at 655, 660. I like being that far away. I like that trade. Hector, Uncle Bruce, do you think it'll take a curtailing of the tariff announcement tomorrow to rally the market? Applying tariffs should only tank the market. We'll find out just how bad it is and go from there. Susan, I was surprised the Qs have daily expirations. Does that matter for us writing call spreads? Would it be better to keep expiry to 5 days than weeks? You can do a credit spread that dies tomorrow. If you can do one that dies on Thursday, whatever you want, Susan. The trick of it is, how close are you paying attention to this trade, and how far out are you prepared to go, and what's your game plan for credits? There is nothing wrong taking a 3% credit on a trade that dies in 48 hours. You can do 2 of those in a week. That's 6% a week. That 52 weeks a year is massive money in your account. So you do not have to have a massive win to make this trade work. Susan, no, I haven't done Q's call spreads yet. I'm going to just wait and fool around with the option chain. Susan, if you've got a practice account, do the trades in there. Do some credit spread trading in your practice accounts. All of you guys should be doing that. Learning how this works, watching it in real time.
Or doing a type of option that you don't normally do.
Well, that's what we're talking about. This is Susan. This will be her first ever credit spread, right? Call credit spread. Use a practice account to do this and see. Try this for a few weeks and see what it's like. If you don't like it, walk away from it and go, oh, no, it's not for me. I'm not interested. How can you go wrong with practice account trading? This is your free gift from these firms. It's an unbelievable free gift. Take advantage of it for sure. Let's see, where are we at now? Down 124 on the Dow, down 115. Still improving. We're up 14 cents on SoFi now, 11.76. ASTS down only 33 cents. It's coming on fast. Rocket Lab is green. It's up 3 cents. GameStop is up 25, and MSTR up $5. Look at this market turnaround. Very nice. Susan, I know you don't look at charts much, but I do. I'm looking at Bollinger Band support and resistance levels. Right on, right on. Giddy up, folks. Giddy on up. AI up a penny now. It's going green. We're going higher. SMCI up 129. NVIDIA down 29 cents. NVIDIA's ready to go green. Tesla, $12.97 in the green today. $2.71 a share. Spiders are down 42. The Qs are up 88 to 469.80. Palantir down 7. We're coming back. Costco's up. Coinbase up $2. Here we are. We've got a market improving here. What's that, dear?
Just the threat of the bagel.
Just the threat of me having a bagel is making this market improve everywhere. Look at that. See, Jen is telling you the way it is. We're down 100 on the Dow now. S&P is up. The NASDAQ is up. 2 or 3 markets have gone green. We got a buy wave here, guys. Very good. You let the buy wave in. Let it do its thing. Wait for the buy wave to peter out, and then look at call credit spreads way out of the money. This is the name of this game, kids. If you wrote your cash secured puts this morning, you're laughing already now. You gotta be happy now. Anyway, there you go. Let's ski. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep moving on here. 16-cent gain on SoFi. 11.80. We're up 17 cents. We're going for $12 on this SoFi, maybe up 10.5 million volume now. That is improving. And Rocket Lab up a dime on 3.9 million. That is a big surge higher on Rocket Lab. GameStop has moved up nicely. Have you seen the chart? Look at this GameStop chart. Look at this snap rally. Look at this. Very good. 22.64, up 32 cents. The high today, 22.80. We're on our way there. 5.8 million volume on GameStop, folks. Definitely buy wave coming in. MSTR up 630 now. AI up 5. We're going higher. We're still going higher. The Dow down 77 points. That is 17/100ths of a percentage point. That's all it's down now. We're up 376 on S&P. We're up 56 on NASDAQ. The VIX is only up 18 cents. Oil up a dime. All right, Johnson & Johnson and Merck were the losers on the Dow, but the Dow is improving quickly. Very nice. Giddy up, kids. Let's get you richer. Nothing personal. Let's just make you richer. Jen is working the magic over there. Oh, baby, it's a happening thing. We
Gotta melt the cheese.
got melted cheese. We've got the eggs are ready. We got
Ham's
ketchup
ready.
ready. We got the ham ready.
Munchies.
Just final assembly is about to take place. This is so exciting. This is more exciting than being at a Foxconn factory in China watching Apple phones being made. This is something else. Yes, thank you all for joining me this morning. We're going green everywhere. Green arrows are showing up all over the place here. NVIDIA is still down 41. Very good. The green arrows are coming around. Let's see what this market wants to do as it kind of moves up, down, up, and up. Down. Here it is. Giddy up, folks. Yeah, baby. I like this game. Make sure, keep in mind, cash is king. Keep it in cash, kids. You want to be cash, 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 writing options from cash if possible. That's where you want to be right now. You do not want to be long stock with tomorrow's shenanigans going on. I don't know what's going to happen. That won't happen until 3 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. We got all morning to worry about it tomorrow. Do you think this market's just going to go straight up? No, not with what's happening all the next 24
Oh, it's gonna go
hours.
straight up. Here goes. Here's bagel.
Everything's going to go
Here's
now.
bagel.
Yes.
Here's-
Look at that bagel.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Where the heck's the camera? There it
baby, look at that. Jen is putting the bagel in front and center. Woo, yeah. Yes, indeed. Time for a toasted sesame seed, ham and cheese, ham and fried egg, bagel, delish. Well, let's see if this can help your finances out there. I'm here trying to make you richer. I really am. You think I'm here eating a bagel to enjoy just a bagel? That's not it. There's so much more to it than that. Ooh, this bagel is nice and warm. Indeed. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh my. Beautiful. Good times. This is sensational. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Nothing personal. We're just trying to get you richer. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get richer on this channel.
Well, you're kicking and dragging
I'm going to kick you and
into the rest
kicking and screaming into the winning circle. 59-point drop on the Dow. We're rising again. 11.80 on SoFi now, up is 16 cents. ASTS is down 13 cents. That's about to go green. Rocket Lab up 9. GameStop up 31. MSTR up 522. AI up 3. Supermicro up 111. NVIDIA down 8 cents. It's about to go green. Tesla up $13. Looking good. Qs are $4.70. Stay away from the Qs. Call credit spreads. Back off. You got to be higher. Got to be higher. Yeah, baby. Mm, mm. Ohio players love roller coaster. Yeah. Sweet ride. It's a sweet ride today.
We saw the Ohio players.
We did. I saw them twice. I saw them in Buffalo as they were just breaking out. They had just come out with their second album. Just came out. And they were rolling higher. And then Jen and I saw them around 1981, 82 on the way down.
Yeah.
They were
playing
still
in Calgary.
they were still
Calgary.
great, but they weren't playing in 5,000 people. They were playing in a club of about 500 people.
Yeah.
That was a lot different.
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah.
They were good.
Platform shoes, bell bottoms,
Afros,
it's the good stuff.
massive afro, gold chains.
Oh, yeah. And
Oh
just
boy.
Good music.
The ugliest guy in the band got laid more than I'll ever know. More than almost all males watching me right now. The ugliest guy in the band got more than you could imagine. Oh my gosh.
See, just the power of music.
The power of music.
Soothes the savage breath.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a famous line from a poem.
I'm sure that if the boys from back then were interviewed, and remember now, this is now 50 years ago. Some of these guys have died of old age, okay? But I remember the famous words of Billy Mack. Billy Mack, rock and roll legend, Billy Mack. Kids, a very serious message from Billy Mack.
From your Uncle Billy.
From your Uncle Billy. Don't buy drugs. Become a rock and roll star and they give it to you for free.
Billy. We got kids watching Billy. Right.
Oh my.
It's just still, I'm sure everybody knows, but they have to tell you what movie that's from.
You know what movie that's from? Billy Mack? What movie was that from? Anybody want to guess? Oh yeah. We're down 37 points on the Dow. We're up 9 on S&P. We're up 81 on NASDAQ. I'm chopping a bagel and we're going up, baby. We're going higher. Yeah. GameStop up 35 now. SoFi up 20 cents, 11.82. SoFi going higher. Uncle Billy Mack, don't forget his wise words. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Stephen, you're right. You can draw 500 people, you can make a living. Oh, yeah. That's true. Lorraine, I'm number 172 on your thumbs up meter, Bruce. Oh, yeah. Billy Mack was in the movie, which no one has guessed yet. He was fighting for the #1 record for the Christmas release that year. Do you remember the name of the group that he was fighting against to become the Christmas #1? The young boy band. you remember the name of the young boy band in the movie that Billy Mack was working against to try to get the #1 Christmas song?
Yeah.
He used his magic marker to draw a circle around him. Magic pen.
Made a comment on their physique
Commented on their
or lack thereof.
reproductive capabilities with respect to certain dimensions of certain appendages.
Which we all know has absolutely no correlation to their reproductive abilities.
What does she know? You know what you're talking about. Oh my.
Might limit their chances to reproduce.
J-Boy, Love Actually. Yes, the movie Love Actually. What was the name of the boy band that Billy Mack was competing with for the #1, the Christmas #1? I know.
Cheating.
I'll give you a hint. The band had one name. They had one word for their name. One word. J-Boy, I love Bill Nye.
Oh,
I love Bill Nye. Jen has just found the answer.
it's so stupid.
Vilbus, Blue. That's right. The boy band called Blue. Oh my.
Well, here it says that the band was together, a two with GETHGR behind it. Together, a fictional American boy band.
I heard Blue.
I think that's what he wrote on it too. Oh, what happened to the Blue Boy Band?
The Blue Boy Band.
They split up to pursue solo careers under the advice of Sir Elton John.
There you go.
Yeah.
Vilbus says, I can't take credit for this. My wife knew the answer to that. Billy Mack, the rock and roll legend of all time. Oh my. What was the name of Billy Mack's latest conquest when he came back to the airport at the end of the movie? He came up and he said, this is, to his manager, he introduced his latest babe. What was her name? Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
Love that movie. Oh boy, that was fun. Oh, that bagel was spectacular. We're green on the Dow. I eat a bagel, we go from negative 250 to plus 17 on the Dow, baby. Plus 17, plus 16 on S&P. We're plus 109 on your NASDAQ. Giddy up, you guys. This market has really turned it around. We're up 26 on SoFi, 1188 on SoFi. That's the high of the day, I think. Rocket Lab's up 15, 1802 now. GameStop 2268, up 36 cents. MSTR up 780 a share. AI up 11. SMCI up 134. Nvidia up 28. That's green now. Tesla up 1280. The Qs are 471. They're climbing. Palantir up 47. Costco is up 980. Coinbase up $1.90. Look at this market. Google up 260. Apple up 63. Microsoft is up 534. Meta up 760. Amazon up $1.40. Look at that market go. Everything is turning green quickly here, or working its way back to the green right now. Yeah, that sell-off is come and gone. Isn't that interesting? Together was a fake boy band, says Vilbus. Splair, anyone writing on European stocks? Orange Praise seems to have a healthy growth the past 2 weeks. Susan Shops, I think those Qs and Spider daily expirations are interesting, especially in these crazy Orange Man days. I'm beginning to feel best not to hold positions in the weekend unless 2 to 3 months into 2026. What do you think about that? That's an okay strategy. Yeah, it's all good. Cheers, everybody. Welcome. Oh, my.
Canada against Sweden has just started. We're in the first game.
The men's Canadian curling team is playing Sweden right now at the men's curling
Nicholas
world
Agee.
championships. And they're in the first
Possibly
end.
the best curler who's ever lived.
He's apparently the best in the world, this guy, the Swedish guy.
He's done the best throw ever.
Mm.
And he's pretty talented.
You need to know, Antigen feels, you need to know this information. What was the name of Billy Mack's girlfriend, the hot babe he introduced at the airport to his manager when he came back from his little trip after hitting number one? Do any of you know? I thought it started with the letter G.
I don't know. You're on your own.
I'm on my own. Jen isn't helping me. She's on her and she's watching curling. She's not helping me whatsoever. Yes, I think it was Greta. I think her name was Greta.
Oh, is it? Or was that? It could be.
Anybody know any different? You let me know, folks. Everybody, thank you so much. Oh, he did a great job on that one.
Bill is 90, does everything.
Mm-hmm. He does. Splair, Uncle Bruce finally had a bagel with that secret bullish sauce. Susan, I think these Qs and Spider daily expirations are interesting. Indeed, they are, my dear. We are going to watch this closely, of course. We're at 11.90 on your SoFi now, up 27 cents today. First green day in a while for SoFi. We were as low as 11.48 in the within 5 minutes of the opening, and then we tried a little rally and couldn't get past 11.80 very much. Kind of went down to the 11.65 range, and now 11.90, up 27 cents on 12.7 million. And all of a sudden, $12 looks like it might be taken out. 11.91 now. We're coming on. ASTS is down 8 cents. That's all. It's 22.66. The low was 21.63. So we have come back here $1.03 recovery to be down 8 cents. That's about to go green. 3.2 million ASTS. On Rocket Lab, we're up 22 now at $18.10. The low, $17.12. We've gained almost a full dollar from the low there on 4.6 million. That's a sign. Some buying is coming in on some oversold stock. GameStop, 22.74, up 42. High today, 22.80. We're 8 cents off that level. We're just hanging around, up 40 cents on 6.5 million shares on GameStop. I'm still waiting for the official announcement that they have closed the $1.5 million private placement. I'm waiting for that. The stock's moving up in the meantime, despite that news not yet having been released. MSTR now up 9.25. That's helping GameStop. 297.50 on MSTR. The low today, $280. We're up $17 a share from the low of the day here in the last hour. 297.50, up 9.25 on MSTR. 5.2 million volume. We got some volume coming in here, some buying coming in here. AI up 14 cents, SMCI up $1.30, NVIDIA up 33, Tesla up 14.40. We got green showing up all over the place on these indexes. They were red everywhere. Then they started to turn. NASDAQ was the first one to go green, and S&P went green. Now the Dow has gone green. The Dow was as low as 41,000, hang on a second. Yeah, 41,519. It's now 42,040. So this is 530 points higher from the low of the day. This is a 500-point recovery in the last 40 minutes. That's why everything is moving higher. We're up 41 right now on the Dow Jones. That's impressive. That's an impressive snapback. Like yesterday, we started lower and snapped it up 1,000 points. Right now, we've come back 500. Okay. 11.92 on your SoFi, another penny towards 12. ASTS is down 2 cents. That's about to go green. Rocket Lab up 28. GameStop up 42. MSTR up 9.59. And AI up 14. There you go, kids. There's the story right here. Let's see how it plays itself out. Today is Tuesday, April the 1st, 2026. Thank you for joining Jennifer and I. We appreciate you so much following us. Thank you again for your support of this channel. Thanks to those of you making super chats and super stickers and PayPal donations. We're going shopping today, and we appreciate you. We'll pick up a few things and get a little more food to survive a little longer. Those classes are on sale for the month of April. Whenever you're ready to pull the trigger and score some sales, some classes, you let me know, and we'll get you set up there. In the meantime, have yourself a great rest of your day. Enjoy this run. 54-cent gain now on GameStop. It looks like it's 22.86. We're climbing to new highs right now on GameStop. We're going higher. 22.93 on GameStop. We just jumped again, so we've got some movement going here. Keep an eye open on the closing of the private placement. Has not yet been announced, but the stock is definitely pushing towards $23, and we're happy about that. We were down to the 20-something level. Now we're pushing 23 again. Well done. Nicely enjoyed. 22.90 last trade. We were up 104 on the Dow. We're climbing again. We're up 27 on S&P. We're up 140 on the NASDAQ. Okay. Giddy up, everybody. Enjoy the run. 11.92 on your SoFi. 18.16 on Rocket Lab. 22.92 on GameStop. Beautiful stuff. We like this game. I hope you're liking this game. And we'll keep the drive alive and see how things play. 11.96 now on SoFi. We're heading for 11.97. We're going for $12 on SoFi now. It's definitely on a roll here. There's definitely a buy wave coming into this market, and it is spreading to some of our favorites. Very nice. 11.98 on SoFi. 11.98 now on SoFi as we pop again. 22.98 on GameStop, pushing $23 out of the way here at any time. 22.99 on GameStop. We're going higher, kids. We're going higher on this market. The Dow now is up 110. The NASDAQ up 154, and the S&P up 28. $23 even on your GameStop. $23 has now been touched on GameStop. 23.02 has already been touched on GameStop. We have broken $23 like a hot knife through soft butter. No resistance whatsoever over there. And the SoFi shares appear to be now in this 11.98 to 12 neighborhood. It looks like we have touched 11.99 already. We're shooting right around that level, the high of the day. Thank you all. A Boeing Tiger, here's a $20 donation. Some Costco bucks for you. Thank you, everybody. We got some Costco dollars coming in. We love it. Jen is beside herself with emotion and frustration as she's watching curling on her computer, and she's going ballistic. Thank you, Boeing Tiger. That's worth a thumbs up to you right there, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the support. Poor Jen. We might have to buy some heavy-duty Jamesons here to kind of get her through the day. We'll do the best we can with what we got. Poor Jen having tough times. What can I say? It is what it is.
Sweden stole a point.
They stole a point, those bastards. Those tricky Swedes. Oh, my goodness.
No, it's our poor play that gave
Oh my goodness, our poor play gave them a point. How could we? How could we do such a stupid thing?
You know what it is? It's the curse of the announcer because they had just announced that our skip is the leading skip at 93%, and he threw a bad one.
None of you know what that means. I know. It's okay. It be what it be what it be. It's going to be all right. The emotions will take the better of her for a while. Donations will make it easier. Don't worry. We'll soothe her soul. She'll get over it, or she won't. It is what it is. We have 175 thumbs ups. Thank you for 175 thumbs ups, everybody. Beautiful stuff. Thank you guys for coming together for us. Appreciate it. 25 away from the magic 200 as we have gone green on the markets. The question now is this going to be a little rest and now we're going to do another wave of buying? It could well be one after the other after the other. You never, ever know how this works out. It is what it is. As Splair SoFi at 12.50 to 13 would give a little gain on my GameStop rollover money that I gained for one roll from 10 to 13. Rock and roll. Stay calm, Anti-Gen. Or is it the final 10 minutes of the game? No, it's not. They just started. It's only the beginning of the torture.
It's
that
the first
I earn my stripes around here. Let me tell you, $301 on MSTR, up 12.75. It's climbing. That's going to run GameStop higher. GameStop might have a little pop here through 23 like nothing. Well, maybe we'll get to 23.50 today. As MSTR is moving up, looking okay today. SoFi up 30 cents, 11.93. We've touched the 12 level here. Rocket Lab 18.28, up 40. That is what I see happening right now. Okay, kids, we're going to say our goodbyes from Rancho Mirage and say thank you a million times over for being here. Keep the drive alive. Keep your eye on the prize. We'll keep an eye on things from this end, and we'll talk to you later. Anything crazy happens, we'll break in with you. In the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your session today. This is Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen saying goodbye from Rancho Mirage, California. In 3, 2, 1, bye.